Now you're listening to wrestling news that matters, from people you want to hear it from, deep from within the confines of the internet. Covering WWE like no one else, and covering TNA because no one else will. You are listening to the best in the world, Ring Rust Radio!
Brad Maddox.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
Episode of Ring Rust Radio, the best goddamn wrestling radio show on Spreaker, on the internet, in the whole goddamn universe, folks. I'm your host of the most, Donald Wood. Looking fine, I feel like fine, baby. WrestleMania weekend. Hey guys, real quick. Brandon Galvin, Mike Chiari. What do you guys want to talk about? No, this is very serious.
I don't know if your intro is more obnoxious or your driving.
My driving was excellent. I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
I got us.
I'm going to give him credit for his driving because, BG, you were in the car with me. I'm a very, safe and normal driver, right? Mm-hmm. But if I was driving in that fucking environment every day of my life,
oh, yeah.
I don't know what I would do because these people are fucking insane over there.
You become an animal. That's what happens.
Yeah.
When you live with animals, you become one. I was raised by car wolves, and now I'm also a car wolf. Yes, we went to WrestleMania, as you can tell.
We made it.
I mean, barely. The voices are cracking like crazy. PJ didn't talk the whole weekend. That's why his voice is fine.
He preserved his voice.
He did. That's what I thought. He was just like a wallflower and he didn't really talk a lot, and he was just kind of hung out behind the fucking scenes a little bit. But no, he was actually preserving his voice the whole time. Very savvy move.
Someone had to show up for Ring Rust just in case.
Yes, yeah. Well, I mean, we're all here.
I thought I was going to have to do a solo pod.
That would have blown.
If this was a normal episode, I would not be here right now. But this is
not a normal episode.
Yeah, this is not a normal episode because we did do WrestleMania 40. Yeah, XL. And I'm not talking about my waistline, guys. I'm talking about the paper.
You slimmed down from 2018.
Like I said, I stopped worrying about cardio and just started lifting weights and doing jiu-jitsu. That was my thing. Aaron Long, he lost like 50 pounds, and he's telling me how he did it and shit. I'm like, yeah, I still eat like shit, but, I just lift. He's like, that's terrible. You're going to die early. I was like, yeah, hopefully.
Die early.
I was like, hopefully, pulling for it. Mike Chiari, I shook one body part when I did that. What was it?
Well, you were definitely shaking, your lipular cheek area when you went...
A lipular cheek area? Is that a professional fucking... What is
sure
that?
Is.
What is a lipular cheek area?
It's your lips and your cheeks at the same time.
Okay, yeah, you got it. That's exactly what it was. It was yeah. My cheek still hurts when I bit it in the parking lot during our tailgate.
Yeah.
I thought you bit it when you were in the kitchen, or did you do it both times?
Oh, I've ruined the side of my cheek. Well, once I bit it the first time, it swelled up, and then every time I chewed, I bit it again with my broken ass tooth.
That's one of the worst experiences in life.
Yeah, nothing and just putting my hand in there and just pulling blood out. You're like, great, this is gonna go perfect.
Yeah, it was fun. Hand me my pretzel.
Oh, I did. I was handing out hepatitis for free. But we had a lot to talk about. Yeah, the one guy who complained about us doing 30 minutes of what we're going to be doing is going to hate our recap of what we actually did. Holy fuck, dude. But he's like, only 20% of the people who listen to the show fucking get what you're talking about. I was like, dude, 60% of the people who listen were there. What are you even talking about?
Yeah, I was going to say, joke's on you. We hardly have any listeners.
Yeah, that's two people. 20% is two people, guy. Brendan Galvin, we do have a schedule today.
Yeah, we're going to review WrestleMania the entire weekend. You think they're going to release a documentary tomorrow? We're going to discuss everything that happened.
Mike, and BJ, real quick, if I could do something, I would like to pivot away from what we were actually going to do here, and I would like to do something else. Is that okay?
I think you should pivot.
Do you think we should
Do
make a
that.
documentary about the
so
pivot?
much chaos.
If you want to be unlike WWE, then you would do that.
Yeah, because Triple H didn't use the word pivot. They're making a documentary about the pivot. It's going to be called Pivot.
Triple H has used the word pivot.
Well, The Rock also said something else that is the complete opposite of that.
Okay.
So
Yeah. What was that? Was that before or after the pivot?
it was
Before.
after what you perceive to be a pivot.
You are so stupid. It makes me
I have
sick.
the quote. Do you want me to use it now or later?
No, you can use it later because I don't care.
Okay.
Brandon Gavin?
Yeah, we are going to review WrestleMania. I know it's hard to believe, but we're also going to touch on a little AEW. There's some brewing.
I don't think so.
I got footage of this. Listen, everybody wanted me to say it. There's no NDAs. I got footage of Reggie being a total bitch. He flinched. Reggie Gill flinched like a bitch. He didn't want none. He hugged me.
I was there front and center. I saw exactly what happened, and that is not accurate.
There's footage of it, dude. I went to shoot on him. He flinched back. I put my hand out to shake it. I almost shot on him again because that's who I am. I'm a shooter.
He literally just stood there as you were doing these theatrics.
Yeah, and then basically he embraced
And he
me in
kicked you in
front of the lost and found guy, and told him we were lovers. And I was like, yeah, this is true.
You said it's not what it looks like, and Reggie's like, it's exactly what it looks
Yeah, he
like.
did. It's exactly what
That
it
was
is.
so funny.
We have other stuff to talk about, maybe.
Yes, we have Dirt Sheet Busters and Mike here. I bring us all the
I'm
lives.
out.
and
I'm out on
rumors
that one, I
around
think.
Wrestling. Are
You're
you going to
not going to be there for that?
I'm gonna treat it like night one, and I'm not going.
Okay. We have the final update for the WWE Fantasy Season 36 standings.
Boy.
I heard Jim talking smack in the booth. I don't know what the final score is because I literally don't care. But I did hear Jim keeping tabs, like he cared a lot.
He came up to me. He's
He
like,
did.
I think I might have it.
He slapped you on the fucking balls, and he said, "What's up, pussy?" And he fucking. I remember that. It was great.
He's actually a very lovely man.
Jim is
Yeah,
fantastic.
he's
Jim is
great.
my favorite over the three of us. I like him more than us.
Yeah,
Including
I agree
yourself?
with that.
Yeah, but I hate myself.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I agree with that too.
You
That's
definitely
fine.
should, yeah. We do have fan emails and so much more.
Just getting in and out. You came real quick at the end, dude. We're just getting started over here. Mike, we got more.
Yeah, guys, find us anywhere you get your podcasts. Interact with us on Twitter at @RingRustRadio. If you want to email us, be part of the show, send to ringrustradio@yahoo.com. Also, buy our merchandise, prowrestlingtees.com/ringrustradio. So many great t-shirt designs, including Cut Your Dick!
Not one one Cut Your Dick shirt that I see.
Flooded
Damn
the
right.
streets of
It was
Philadelphia.
fantastic, meaning
Streak
people.
is broken.
I have the
Yeah.
footage.
Yeah, show it.
What?
Yeah, it's like
Release
it's like the Zapruder footage. It just shows a kind of a meshy kind of blue shirt, and he's like, "Look, it says Cut Your Dick right there."
I did see
It's
somebody
the
wearing
Russians.
the Ring Rust Radio Japanese writing shirt, which I totally forgot even existed.
Yes, and I'm pretty. And the best part is that was Kyle Paulson's wifey.
Yep.
And I walked up to her and I said, she's like, "Oh, look, I got the Ring Rust Radio shirt on." I was like, "You know that in Japanese those say slurs." And she looked.
And then right after that, Kyle Paulson's like, "What does this mean?" Do you
Yeah,
think?"
because
I'm like,
she-
"I think
yo,
it means
you know what?
Ring Rust Radio, dude.
Yeah, you know why he asked that?
Well, we
Because
can't be certain.
because she turned around and ran to him because they had gone to a Vietnamese place before that, and she was genuinely concerned.
I'm pretty sure it says that.
That's insane.
I'm just there to sow chaos. Like when I walked up to you randomly, BJ, I said thanks for everything and shook your hand with a wet hand.
Yeah, that was fun.
I just walked around and sat with
It felt a
Leon.
little slimy.
Yeah, and then you
No,
walked.
I knew it wasn't piss, but it felt a little. So I was like, what did he dip his hand in?
That was after I stroked Donny's ponytail.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
no wonder why
Yeah,
it
the
was wet.
ponytail. I thought you meant the other stroke.
Oh yes. Sir.
Mike
Not
walked
that
in that.
What the fuck happened in the suite behind me?
Mike walked in that fucking suite, and he said, "I'm gonna stroke each and every one of you."
Slap nuts.
We lined up.
Guys, support us at patreon.com/ringrustradio. We're getting ad-free episodes, sign for fantasy drafts and brackets, make us watch wrestling-related movies and pay-per-views, and so much more.
But guys, it's time to talk WrestleMania.
We're gonna put this all in order. From LW to Dark, we about to have a discussion about the one true sport. Who's selling the finish? Does this make sense in the art? Tell me who botched, who rocked, who's cashing in on the marks. These takes are uncut, man, they're pure and they're raw. Blow up like dynamite, have you smacked down on the floor. On a collision course with the number one source. Now let's head back to the ring for the latest report. Ring Rust.
Hi guys, WrestleMania. It was in Philadelphia. There was a million shows. Really, I want to, before we talk about actual WrestleMania, I know we're going to talk about NXT. What was the question? I'm sorry.
Sorry, I was saying, like, what was your favorite show, Donny?
Kaiju Big Battle, without question.
What was
Not
the best
Extreme
match?
Reunion?
No, and that's not what it was called.
It was Tribute to the Extreme 2.
Yes.
Yeah, that's that one.
I found out that Joe Archie actually went to the first one, and he's like, "Oh, it sucked," and I was like, "Yeah, the second one also sucked." He's like, "I could have told
I kept
you."
asking
No,
you
it
about
didn't.
the first one because they kept saying Tribute to the Extreme 2. I'm like, what was the first one?
You keep saying it doesn't suck, BJ.
It
but
didn't suck.
It
was
didn't
fun.
suck.
BJ, you couldn't be more wrong. That show blew
Brother,
so hard.
Juventud fucking Guerrera.
Just
The
because
juice
I fell
was
asleep
loose.
at one point does not mean it
You
sucked.
did fall asleep at one point.
I
I have never.
Well, you almost fell asleep on multiple occasions.
I was
during
so
the
tired.
He did fall asleep on multiple occasions. He fell asleep in
He
the
might
car.
have narcolepsy.
I will say this.
Honestly, I think the best thing to get me to fall asleep is listening to Donnie speak, and I might have to start playing Ring Rust Radio.
Honestly, it would be great for our views. Do it on YouTube. It'll help us there a lot. The truth is, from the bottom of my heart, that show sucked, and most of the wrestling this weekend sucked.
it
But a
didn't.
few shows that I did see, before we talk about WrestleMania and all this stuff, I want to talk about the other shows that we did see. Starting with Thursday, I went to see Stardom. Got to see Toni Storm show up. In the main event, Momo Watanabe came down with her Sting baseball bat. I'm advocating for Sting to come back for one more match. Make it in Stardom. He goes out on his back, bestows the bat to Momo. Think about it, Rosie.
Rossi, I think he's gone from there.
Oh, that's right. That's what I heard. No, I was talking about the 3-minute warning.
Was Gulia there?
Nice.
Nah, she was at NXT, right?
Sure was, yeah.
There you go. And then that was Thursday night. Friday, we went to see the ECW Tribute Show at 2300 Arena. 2300 Arena put on its best face, you guys. That's the nicest it's ever looked.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
it looked
it did
very
look good.
nice, like up to date and shit.
I had fun.
Yeah. It was a fucking shitty warehouse for the longest time. You could barely you could barely get HIV from the fucking seats and the needles everywhere. It was wonderful. But it was good. It was a beautiful building. Very fun. The show itself was a shit show. A lot of nostalgia. When my yelling is like the second best thing I watched that night, it's a telling tale of what the fuck kind of show we got. The thing I remember most of that show, and I mean this with all my heart, is Alvin. I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
But he's a star in the making. He really worked that
Who the
crowd.
fuck's Alvin, the guy that faced that decent night guy?
Yeah, because Sandman came out at the
I
end.
was in the beer line that whole match.
Oh, man.
Oh, you missed.
You missed the best thing they did.
Oh, I saw C.W. Anderson.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I said what I said.
CW.
I'll just say about that show. I had always wanted to just go to the 2300 Arena once, so it was cool to get to go there. And like Donnie said, I thought it looked really nice in there. It was a lot nicer than I expected. So whoever owns that arena now, I think they did an awfully nice job, like making it look presentable. And the show is what I expected it to be going in. You have like fucking 50, 60-year-old guys wrestling these matches. I wasn't expecting some incredible work rate. So there was stuff that sucked, like fucking Bill Alfonso and Joel Gertner went for like an hour Broadway, basically.
And Joel Gertner didn't even do the shtick. That was my whole thing was that Joel Gertner would come out and do, well, and he would do limericks about his dick being long, and we would laugh.
Tim Empler guy who owns Battleground Wrestling, he castrated Joel Gertner. Unbelievable. But got to see Juventud Guerrero.
He got the chance he deserved, though. That fucking, the main owner guy.
Yeah. Sucks. But Hoovy, one of my favorite wrestlers of all time, was fucking awesome, cutting promos, wrestled a great match with Too Cold Scorpio.
Not a great match. The match sucked.
Yep, was a great match. Main event, Super Crazy and Tajiri, great match.
Not a great match. It looks like Samoa Joe ate Super Crazy.
The opener with the Dudleys against Onita and Tommy Dreamer was very fun also, and they were cutting heartfelt promos. So
yeah,
I loved it. It was nostalgia. That's what we wanted, and that's what we got.
I loved it. I thought it was so much fun. C.W. Anderson's going to be in AEW soon enough.
That's what I said. As soon as I heard that fucking thigh slap,
Yeah.
Tony was on the horn, man.
Shane Douglas, great.
Terrible.
Francine was great.
Rhino was solid.
Yeah, that was fun. To see Rhino in person. I was upset not to see RVD, but he was at the Hall of Fame, so I get it. Same with, because they had advertised Al Snow, and I saw him during the Hall of Fame. I was like, oh, that's why he didn't perform.
That's where C.W. Anderson stepped in, though, so.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Thank God.
Better match, probably.
Thank God.
So,
You know, we got a Devin Storm and Danny Dorn. Devin Storm and Danny Dorn went damn near 20 minutes. The dude sitting next to Donnie, he was like, I'm starting my stopwatch. This is going 4 minutes. And then me and BJ were like, nah, brother, this is going to be their work rate match.
Yeah.
And we were
Yeah, I actually was trying to take that guy for a walk. I said, "You got money?" He said, "I'll take that." Actually, how much you got on it? He's like, "Oh, actually, I'm not actually going to bet." There's a gym behind me is like, "Fucking pussy." Yeah, fucking. No, that show blew.
That was cool. He was able to find a seat right behind us. That was all. I had so much fun for that show. You're an asshole, Donny.
Nah, that show sucked. You know what the problem is? You guys got to go to a place you've never been to. You got to see a bunch of things and live in a nostalgia world that you've never experienced.
Yeah.
Like I said, my first time going to that arena was in 1997. Okay, I'm coming up on 30 years of experience of that shitty fucking hole-in-the-wall place. And now, yes, it's beautiful now. But I remember when it was fucking a terrible, hot fucking mess. When that door we left out of, that was the only entrance to that fucking place. Entrance and exit. It was the only one.
That was a very nice exit even. We got out so easily.
I know, because they usually don't open it. I don't think we were supposed to go out that way. I don't think
we saw Sandman before the show in the streets, drinking beer and signing autographs with people.
Smoking
awesome.
He was an old man. He couldn't handle the joint. Somebody handled him a joint. He took a big puff and he was like, he came back in line. He's like, "Please take this. I cannot handle this anymore. I'm an older man."
Died before the show.
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. The show was typical. It was like I've seen every Extreme Rising, every Extreme Reunion, every Extreme fucking rendition of this. This was one of the worst ones. I think I had more fun at the show Just Incredible overdosed at than this one.
Who's to say he didn't overdose this one too?
No, he's doing much better now. PJ Polanco doing much better now.
I don't think he is really.
Yeah.
That's rough to hear.
Anyways.
But Tony Storm at Stardom, very good.
There you go.
And then Saturday, we woke up. Oh, real quick. BJ.
Yeah.
Thoughts on my pizza.
Thoughts on your pizza. So this is a loaded question.
Pika's pizza.
So it's a loaded question because by the time we got to eat it, it was just cold and we didn't heat it up.
That's true.
Right? So we're at a little disadvantage for them. I believe that if we heated it up, it would have been very good for that piece of pizza.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was damn good.
And so it was funny when you asked me, how was the pizza? And I'm like, I don't know what to say right now because we're eating just cold pizza for the first time.
Well, I mean, we could have heated it up.
It was good, but not spectacular.
We probably should have had a slice when we first got there.
Yeah, that would have helped too. I just didn't realize how bad traffic was going to be and how big of dickheads everybody was going to be.
We saw the entire surrounding area of where you were because we were fucking in traffic for what felt like hours.
Yeah.
I will say, in my opinion, Donnie, the best things that we had was at the tailgate.
The cheesesteaks.
The hoagie, cheesesteaks, the pretzels, all of those were fucking awesome, especially the pretzels. You know me and my pretzels. And the cheesesteak.
I have no idea about you and your pretzels. I had no idea.
Yes, you do.
I had no idea.
You got me a pretzel. What do you mean?
Yeah, I got you.
2017, yeah.
That's right. That's why I walked out on John Cena.
He came back and he didn't bring me one.
Holy shit, dude! I told you to split it with him.
You ran? Yeah, I didn't do that.
Did you really?
I said split it with him. I ate a whole one. I made you. I more than made up for it, Mike. I gave you 100.
I still got some left too.
But yeah, what'd you think of the roast? What did you think of the roast pork sandwich?
The roast pork was really good. I enjoyed that. The potato salad that you hyped up.
Yeah, it was pretty mid.
The potato salad was not. We could have done without that.
Yep. No. Listen, that didn't taste like the normal way Gems makes it. I don't know what happened there.
Wait. What thing?
It's I got potato salad with the roast pork sandwich.
Oh, I didn't have it.
Yeah. No, don't worry. You didn't miss anything. It was just mayo and potatoes. Motherfuckers didn't do any of the seasons.
He didn't serve it to you.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It was poo-poo. But yeah, the tailgate food was the cheesesteak platter. I've never done the cheesesteak platter like that. That's something I'm going to pull off because those two things.
You got to bring that to the video game tournament because those were amazing.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea.
So, and I never had traditional Philly cheesesteak, so I don't think that's the traditional style, right? Doesn't the traditional have Cheese Whiz?
I mean, it's that's.
I didn't want Cheese Whiz, so what you did was perfect for my taste.
Yeah, so cheese whiz, you do wit whiz with fried onions. You know what I mean? Like that's what they say is the perfect Philly cheesesteak, and I tend to agree with that. But I mean, listen, what are you gonna complain? It's fucking fresh sirloin steak being cut up and diced and fucking add with cheese on bread, and the good bread, fucking perfect. Shit,
very good, and it held up.
Yes, it did, and those containers are smart.
It was still good after WrestleMania, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, we might have been tired and shit. Like it didn't matter because it was like the tailgate. We tailgated before each event. I mean, the Saturday tailgate was a bit different than the other tailgates, but one of you cried at each one of them. It's wonderful, bunch of pussies.
Didn't cry. I was hardly there for the second one.
Yeah. So Saturday, we'll talk about your experience at NXT, not about the card itself. So you guys all did NXT. I have actually heard nothing about this because I didn't go that way. So what was your experience for NXT like?
I thought it was awesome. Honestly, it was very fun. We got club level seats to stand and deliver. I don't know what they cost me, like $35 a piece or something like that.
$37.50.
Right, which is insane.
First row of club section seats.
Yep.
So you're talking about the private tier.
Right.
Yeah, it was amazing
fantastic.
Because we were
great view.
We had an excellent view. We were right by essentially like the entranceway, so we could see them all come out, and then perfect view to the ring and the seats. I've never been to Philly, right? So that was my first time at Wells Fargo. Great arena, in my opinion. The seats were fucking comfortable, roomy. The place was very nice. They had fucking Skeens ordered some food. They delivered it right to him.
Yep.
Like, what kind of service is this?
A gigantic bar right outside of where we were sitting,
it was
like private
great,
area.
man.
Yeah, that's the best way to see Flyers game is that level. That's where I saw Andrade and the NXT show that we went to.
Okay, yeah, that was fucking
awesome.
awesome.
That's the key. Second level is dirt cheap sometimes, and and the views are still good there. But I've always loved that level because you're at it's essentially where Reggie was during Orlando.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's exactly what it was. Yeah, and except for Reggie didn't allow us to be in the suite with him. That's why he almost got shot on at the fucking suite.
This is the most I got to talk to Reggie and meet Reggie. He's a wonderful man, and he definitely wanted us in there.
He looks great. He was at 525 or something at one point, 525 pounds, and he's lost a lot of weight. He looks great.
Anyways, I really enjoyed that show. I'll say, for all the fucking issues we had with the Eagles and Lincoln Financial Field, Wells Fargo Center was great.
Fly boys, baby. Why do you think our Flyers? Flyers are number one in his heart.
Dude, easy to get in, easy to get out. It was just a great experience for NXT. Really kicked off the weekend in a great way.
And the show was great, too, I thought.
Yeah, this show was awesome. Like I said,
I watched 3 of the matches. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I have some things to
That's probably all you need to watch.
I got some things to yell.
Depending on what you watch, but just an awesome experience, and NXT continues to deliver for me. I heard we'll get into the show later.
Yeah, please. Yeah,
I had a great time.
Now,
I feel like that was the first time I was ever like in an actual like arena watching a major wrestling show at noon. So that was pretty like a weird feeling, but it was cool.
I will say this:
a little early.
I've never see now that you say it like that, Mike.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen it in a building, but we saw like the CZW death match or the tournament of death. That's at a farm.
Right. I'm talking like something large scale. You know?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. In my mind, I was like, I go to things all the time, and I was like, oh, it's like Eagles games and shit. That's 1 o'clock starts. I'm in the building at like 12-ish or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I was like, it's not. But you're right. Wrestling wise, never. I don't think I've ever. Every wrestling show is like 7 p.m. or later.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Except for WrestleMania weekend. Sometimes you get those like
honestly,
3 p.m.
I kind of liked it. I think if things would have went smoother, I guess we'll get into it a little bit, I'm sure, with regard to WrestleMania, that would have been like a perfect day, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I really wish that they didn't do NXT at the Saturday afternoon of WrestleMania, though. It's a lot to go to all those shows.
No, but that's part of the fun. That's part of the fun of it.
I think as like being at home watching it, I would rather them do it like on that Thursday, like they used to do NXT. But actually, like being part of it and going to it, I kind of liked doing it that way.
And I will say this, and I'm here to toot my own horn a little bit because I think Philly showed out and did really well with all this. The sports complex is the key. Every city should be building a sports complex.
Yeah, it's a nice setup.
Mike, right? Didn't I say that every time we went? I was like, I love that this is very similar to when we went in New Orleans, right? Everything's just right by each other, so we're able to walk from Wells Fargo to Xfinity Live to the stadium. That's the way to do it. Detroit is also very similar to that.
And the fact that it's not in a very crowded downtown makes it a lot better.
It's right off 95. You're right on the highway, so if you don't go the wrong direction and have to bang a hard U-beat at a red light and blow it, it's easy. It's easy peasy.
There's no proof of that.
Yeah,
I don't remember that happening.
I remember distinctly running a red light in my fucking
all right
in my CRV. My name is Mike Chiari.
Yeah, it was a CRV. You're right.
I
don't drive a CRV.
So while they did that, while they were down in Philadelphia experiencing none of the city, because it's a completely separate entity. That's the beautiful thing about it. It keeps the city out in a way, because I hate most of the city. I went to Kaiju Big Battle. It looked like Mike, if you can Google real quick, Mike, the Monster Factory, and like look at the Google view of it, you'll really see what the outside of the building looks like. It looks like a fucking hall from the 1970s. I had never been there before in my life. Heard the Monster Factory a bunch. It's a local kind of establishment, so you hear people are training there, whatever. But I had never been there. I mean, when I walked down I drove down this block. It's a residential block, and then right in the middle is this VFW hall with this big hall behind it. And inside there was the wrestling ring. And I walked in, me, Jim Del Chapo, and Joe Archidiacono. Just Joe came down. He's like, I want to have a good time. I said, well, let's go to Kaiju Big Battle, baby boy. And think of it like this. All the Amazon boxes from Christmas that you had. Now cut windows out of them, paint them like they're a children's hospital, and like they're just buildings, right? And put them in the ring. And now make a bunch of guys dressed like scabs and dust bunnies and giant boulder ovens that are steam powered. There's a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, you heard what I said. That's the grand champion. You better put some respect on steam powered boulder oven.
I'm happy I went that NXT.
No, you did. Here's the thing. I was on mushrooms. And I at that point I was rolling hard at that point, and I saw an old friend. It was great. Got to hang out with him. Got a cool T-shirt. The only merchandise I bought the whole weekend was a Kaiju. Some of the matches I saw, there was a 13-person battle royal, won by a Kung Fu can of chicken soup, which huge pop. I watched Silver Potato fucking absolutely go coast to coast through a children's hospital into Cycloptopus. I saw Unicorn Party. Oh, this is actually a really good part of the story. Dust Bunny comes out, and he's just a giant dust bunny, and they put talcum powder all over, so he smells like that powder shit, and he's always got dust coming off of him. He's got peeps. Stale peeps. We're warned not to eat them because they're genuinely stale, right? Mm-hmm. He goes to throw them as hard as he can to like the people in the back of the room, and we're front row. He pegged Jim Del Chapo in the face. So hard. And I mean so hard. Harder than the lady in front. Harder than the lady in front of us got hit in the face by the beer can by Bill Alfonso. Remember when I was like, she got wailed. I don't know who threw it, but that lady got wailed on. And then
she was sitting there, not like she didn't even move. Put your hands up.
Yo, she no offense, it looked like she was tweaking. She looked like they were at one point they were coming down and they were hurting. During that show. But yeah, she got wailed. Then she wouldn't stop looking at me after I asked if she was okay. She was like just staring at me. I was like, oh fuck. Jim was like, oh, your friend's staring at you. I was like, shut the fuck up, dude. So Jim gets pegged in the face, right? It's fantastic. Then there's Did
he eat the Pete?
No, he gave it to me. I tried to get Dust Bunny to sign it, but I don't think he spoke English. So then there's the Unicorn Party's on the apron, and he has set up a giant scab on the outside, right? And he's about to attack him, and he's like on the, when they're on the apron, they're going to run the apron and do like a flip off onto the guy on the floor. Mm-hmm. That is so clearly about to happen that what do you do? I jump up out of my seat, I run to the other side, like I know this is coming. I turn around and look, and Unicorn Party's about to make his fucking run. And Joe and Jim have not moved a fucking muscle. Yo, Unicorn Party runs. He does exactly what he's going to say to do. And this man in a giant scab costume barrels into them. He just smacks the shit out of Joe. Unicorn Party kicks Joe and shit. Jim catches a fucking hand in the mouth. They stop and they ask, are you okay? And I just yelled. I'm just like, they should have moved, right? It's very clearly their fault. Jim. Yeah. But it's okay because at intermission, or right before intermission, they're like, who wants to win some prizes? And he comes out of the Dunkin' Donuts bag. It's filled with string cheese and cheese sandwiches. Everyone gets cheese. Jim got a cheese sandwich and him and Joe ate it. So.
Oh, they ate it.
They ate it together. It was fine. It was
it wrapped in plastic?
Yeah. Yep. Just like your mother made it for you. Yep.
Okay, I was gonna say, I hope they didn't just like hand it.
No.
hand to
It's
hand.
not. It's not. Monsters of real danger can happen. It's very real, but that's that's not an issue. A lot of run-ins, a lot of chaos on the show.
It was like the main event of WrestleMania.
Honestly, this was better booked.
No.
But this is yeah. It was great. Honestly, I highly recommend anyone to watch Kaiju Big Battle. And when I can find it online, I'm going to find it online. I don't care what I have to do to get it. I'm going to find a way to get it, and I want everybody to watch it because we are on it like the whole time, starting chants and shit like that. The environment was half kids, half smarks, and it was the perfect fucking mix of chaos, and it's family friendly. Awesome. And it was since Chikara died, it's like the best thing about like the happy side of wrestling.
Because just fun.
Yeah, I had a great time. But let's talk about another kind of fun. Let's talk about WrestleMania Night 1. Okay, so we come down. You guys are already there. I come down in my truck.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Xfinity Live.
You were at Xfinity Live.
Do you want me to tell a story or you, BG?
You know what? Go for it.
Okay, so we're at Xfinity Live. I had been there once before. Never when there was like this big of an event going on. So knew it was going to be packed. It was.
Yeah,
so
I said that to you guys.
It was mayhem.
Right. But I'm like, where the fuck can I go to breathe in here? They had a little balcony up top, and it looked like there was maybe some room. So I go up there, and we find a nice little spot to stand. Me and Skeeter. And then, PG met us up there, Reggie met us up there, and we're kind of hanging around. Tom Kinslow met us up there. And there's like this little room next to us, and they're doing a radio show. And at one point, Ric Flair comes up there holding a half of Mick Ultra, and they usher him in, and he's doing the show, and then they usher him out, and he walks right past us. We're like, oh, hey, Nature Boy. And then he goes down to the lower section, and they give him a live mic, and I'm like, this is not going to be good. And he goes up to this lady, and he's like, he's drunk off this half of Mick Ultra, very clearly, and he's like, why don't you tell everybody what you would do to the Nature Boy if he was 35 years old? And the lady's just very resistant to say anything, very clearly very uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. And Ric Flair essentially pressures this lady into saying that she would ride Space Mountain with the Nature Boy if he was 35 years old.
It's unbelievable.
So he sexually harassed him.
Why do you keep saying half a Michelob Ultra like the man wasn't pounding beers at some point?
He may have, but I'm just saying this is what he had.
I mean, okay, yeah, that's the one you said. Yeah, the police officer that pulled me over, he only saw the one beer that I had that night then. Yeah, that's what that is, right? Holy shit.
That didn't happen. But,
yeah, no. Thank God, not on the night that the tranny slipped.
Transmission, by the way.
Yeah. No, I said what I said. She slipped on the ice. It was crazy.
Yikes. Anyways, so bigger monster, Donald Wood or Ric Flair? Now I'm not sure.
Ric Flair, for sure. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, we saw Ric Flair right in person.
Yeah, you saw him sexually
We got to see him
That's
do
wonderful.
what he does.
Yeah, prime Ric Flair. You saw prime Ric Flair.
Yeah.
It's just wild. And then I pull up in my truck. And we're like, let's go to night 1 of WrestleMania. Slight ticket issue arises, and we go down. I'm in a long story short on the riffraff there. We go down to this area. There's 5 of us. There's only 4 tickets, and we got to pay for them, even though we already did. Mm-hmm. And guess who? Yeah. Guess who? Went home.
A contractual issue that will hopefully get resolved.
Yes. Well,
during the aftermath.
Let's put some pressure on the Eagles. But somebody
doesn't solve the experience.
But somebody, look at me. Somebody had to go home. Somebody missed night 1 of WrestleMania. And I wasn't letting it be anybody but the captain of the ship. I'm like the Titanic captain. And I went home. And I did not watch night 1 of WrestleMania. I was like, I'm going home. I'm out of here. And you guys got to go fucking be in a box.
It still pisses me off.
I was a martyr that night. It was okay. Look at me. I'm fine. I had night 2. I had a great experience.
Okay.
I am fine.
For you, then.
You're not okay for me? I don't need you to be not okay for me. You worry about you. I'm fine.
I've already worried about
I'm fine.
That notwithstanding, I had a great time.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened. So, long story short, both nights we had a suite and had 20 seats, and then we had standing room only. Little did we know that fucking, well, we ended up having it. But the truth was, we could have snuck people in, right? We could have snuck people into the situation, and I didn't have to go home. It was
used to our advantage on night 2.
It was used to our advantage. I used it on night 2. But we'll get to that. But yeah.
I have never been happy to see you before in my life. I was that day.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We were, like, coordinating shit, and, like, I was on the horn with Donny. I'm like, you get in? All right. Yep, 10-4. Good shit.
Yeah, that's not true at all. I left. Dante's like, follow me.
It did happen.
And then I got to the floor level, and I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, I kept talking to you. I was trying to coordinate shit, make sure you got in.
You didn't help me at all. I did all the work. Why are you trying to take credit for this? I fucking walked in alone like a fucking hero again on day 2. I walk up. I will say this. I whatever the trick was, I just walked right up to every usher. I was like, am I in the right spot? And then by the time I got there, each one had ushered me to the next one. They walked me in.
They have a very shoddy system for checking if you have a suite ticket or not.
Yeah, I don't want to go into details in case there's criminal evidence.
And if we knew that a little bit earlier, then we wouldn't have had that issue.
If I knew that earlier, I would have called up all the boys locally, and we would have filled that motherfucker up till the area around our suite.
If I knew that earlier, I wouldn't have spent and bought the tickets for a second time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yes, and inside the box, it was okay. Everybody who's listening to this knows the experience of being on a draft or being in a bracket that we do, and the yelling, even the Ring Rust Radio gaming shit that we're doing now. It's just same shit. It's just yelling and fucking belittling each other. That's what the well, at least I can't say on night 2. I can't say on night 1. On night 2, that's what it was like. On night 1, I have no idea.
People were not really belittling each other on night 1.
Yeah, it was very peaceful on night 1.
It was a more positive
experience. You can believe that.
And then what do you think happened night 2?
No one was crying.
No one was yelling how this shit sucks and how Stephanie McMahon's complicit on night 1?
No one said any of that stuff.
No one had the balls to stand up? That's what I'm hearing.
No one was trying to fight people on night 1.
I didn't fight anybody. I didn't. Wait, hold on. I didn't. I was pretty good. I didn't fight anybody.
People who have not been in a suite before to watch a wrestling show.
That was all 25 of us. All 25 of us.
Because I never had been before, but it's
Donny
like
has.
I said I never have been.
I know, I'm saying, but Donny has.
Oh, okay. But anyways, it's really cool. I mean, you got your own little area. You can order food privately and all that kind of shit. And you got a few seating rows, and then you got a bunch of standing room only. And the best part of it is you just can mingle with everybody.
Yep.
Like, it's something like when we went to WrestleManias previously, we're sat down low. We got, sat with each other, sat with George. But we couldn't have like a ton of people that we knew sitting with us.
And great conversation is hard when you're sitting next to one person on each side. And if you have somebody you don't know on one side, you're literally just, if Mike's talking to BJ, but 3 people over, and I'm stuck next to George, you know what I mean? And he's not talking to me because he's nervous because I'm so cool. You know what I mean?
Stuck.
So anyway,
I would say George was stuck with you.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, right. I talked his ear off. He had a great time.
You are very far away, so it's a very different viewing experience. Like, I sat in the press box for WrestleMania 29, so this is kind of what I thought the view would be like. It's very similar. So you can't really pick up all the nuances of what you're watching. That was especially true night 1 because for whatever reason they would not put the fucking show on the TVs in there.
That was insane.
Made absolutely no sense. I've never heard anything like that. Night 2 they did do it so you could hear some of the commentary, which was good. And you could look at, basically it was like a few second delay so you can then look after something happened, look at TV, see what happened. But so those I guess you could say are somewhat negative, but we'd already done it a different way, so we want to try something else. The beauty of it, though, was getting to just hang out with everybody, talk to everybody. I mingled around, walked around, talked to everybody. Like, that was very fun. Like, so it was much more of like a party atmosphere than like our previous like WrestleMania outings were, because it was all hanging out, drinking, talking, watching the show, and so for that, I thought that was awesome.
And long story short, I went night 2. We had a killer fucking setup and tailgate, tons of beer, tons of food, Mike didn't get to go to any of it because he was doing his ticket bullshit, which,
Right.
if I'm honest, I said, Mike, why don't you just take my ticket? And then 4 hours later, you took my ticket, and then I got in. So,
Well, because
should have just
I
hung out
didn't
with me, dude.
Because I didn't want to do that, because I didn't
He didn't
want
wanna
to
hang out with
miss again.
I know. He went out of his way to go hang out with some fucking lady who was just...
I walked 5 times back and forth around the entire building just so I didn't have to hang out with you.
That's sad, bud.
But no, legitimately, I did not want you to miss for a second night in a row, so I didn't want to do that, and I wanted to try to fucking solve it, but they're so fucking inept that didn't really happen, so all we ended up doing was you getting a cheap ticket and sneaking in.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And I fucking wanted to make sure, and like that the best was Leon looked at me, he's like, listen, I think you should be the one to sneak in. And I was like, no shit, dude. Like, what a fucking obvious thing to say to me. Like, you want this fucking dude in his dead man's jacket? And I don't mean like Undertaker jacket. BJ stole a dead man's jacket, this motherfucker. And then fucking Mike over here, fucking, he's not the sneaking in type. You're like the super, I'm sorry, I'm gonna tell on myself here. I think I've actually done a bad. You gotta come get me out of here.
AJ Munn told me that I'm one of the nicest people he's ever met in his life.
You would have a hard time lying to people's faces. Me, I'm like, I can't wait. That's why BJ will say this. We play Among Us on the YouTube channel, which is built on it's predicated on lying to your friends. I am devastatingly good at it.
I know that's true.
The first game.
Yeah, it's okay.
I don't care if he is or isn't. I'm voting for Donny.
Yeah, and then guess what happened? I murdered him.
Hey, spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers alert. But yeah, and then listen, that was so much fun because throughout the entirety of the day, we had people coming up, meeting new people, people's friends, people who were going to the show. Stop by for a quick second. My friend Chris from where I go to jiu-jitsu, Daniel Gracie Delco, and his father came up at one point. And I couldn't believe that they came. I couldn't believe they came down because they were like on the other side. They're like, oh, he's like, I definitely wanted to come see you. You said you were gonna have food. I was like, you motherfucker, you motherfucker. But yeah, Jimmy and his friend and all their fucking friends from the bar and shit like that. Tom had it was his brother and his wife or something. That was great to see a bunch of people come down, and then all our friends, like all the people. That to me is the biggest part of this. And I'll get into that in just a few minutes. I wanted to say something about that. But it was like, we got to party and hang out with, and like I said, like, you know this, at the Bills tailgates, you get to, like, kind of you kind of figure out, like, all right, this person's kind of cool, but, like, this person's kind of a little bit rough around the edges. I'm going to kind of, like, steer clear of this guy. It felt like I could go anywhere at any time, completely comfortable, knowing, because I have social anxiety cues and shit like that. I felt none of that. Yeah, I do.
I think I had a great conversation with literally everybody who went with us.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
it was so good. Like, some of these people I hadn't seen in years. Some of these people I never had to meet face to face before. Like, never met Skeeter face to face before. My best buddy now, Skeeter.
Yeah, Skeeter's. And here's the thing. Genuinely good people. And
100%.
Talking to a lot of them going through some of the exact same bullshit I'm going through. And in that moment, you're like, holy fuck, dude. Like, I'm glad and talking to people who tell me that, hey, like, I've been waiting to say this to you in person. Like, I lost this person who's very close to me this many years ago. And you guys literally helped me get through a time in my life where I was at my lowest. I'm doing great now, but I was in a bad spot then, and you were there. And, like, at least 3 people told me that. And I was just like, sure. I was like,
that's what your response was to all that? Sure.
Yeah. Well, just like, I mean, like, well, first off, you know what my response was. I grabbed them up real big, told them I loved them, and hugged them.
Oh, you're a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
I think the reality is we view the show as like a fucking
joke, called him a bitch.
Because it is, but there are people that it's like an escape for them, and that's like crazy to think about because we don't realize it, but we greatly appreciate everybody who, like, most of the people that were there have been listening probably 10 plus years to the show.
Yeah.
Like, and we wouldn't have been able to do something like that if it wasn't for all of those people because nobody would fucking care enough to make it happen. So,
yeah. And even I met people, I met two or three people who said they were relatively recent and they were like, oh my God, you guys are they said, I'm exactly like you are on the show. And you guys they were like, BJ's quiet, Mike's nice. I was like, yeah. Like, no shit. They're like, but you're the exact fucking same. I was like, yeah, dude, it's, can't turn it off. But yeah, so the Sunday party was everything I wanted and more, tons of food, which carried over, which I just mentioned this too, on night 2. We all do get in, I do sneak in, but at the end of the night, after the show's over, we did a post-show tailgate for maybe an hour or something like that.
That's the way to do it.
That was great.
We did linger. I said I linger. You linger. And then everybody hung
do that
up.
after the Bills game every single time. Hang out, have a beer, have some food that's left over, wait for it to clear out.
Yep, and that's exactly what we did. And what I said at that point is, in my mind, we were going to do that. But usually that's for like Eagles or Bills, right, Mike?
Yep.
You're going to see these people the next day or the next week or something like that. And I realized when, I don't forget who walked away first. It was either Jim or Aaron Long. With somebody.
I think it was Aaron.
Yeah. And he like grabbed me and he hugged me. I was like, gave this big hug back. And right then I was like, it feels like a funeral. Like when you see a person like somebody's now died, you're at that after party after the funeral and you like hug them and you're like, I'm probably not going to see you again until someone else dies. Like it's like that, it's like that somber feeling. But like
there was a lot of hugs goodbye at the.
Yeah, that was a reality that hit me pretty quickly, and then after that moment, I started to dread. That's why I started to like pack everything up when it was at the end too, because it was like, I want this at one big time instead of like slowly like one person walking away each time, and then there's just like then it's just us left
fading away into obscurity.
Like I mean, it's like the end of a sad movie. It's like high school. Every high school movie you think of, it's like they all hug and they're like, maybe I'll see you around. And you're like, I hope so.
It's like The Sandlot.
Yeah, yeah. They'll grow up and
yeah, slowly but surely they stop playing.
Yeah, and that's what it was feeling like. So it was very somber. But I mean, I truly mean this. I think I hugged more people this weekend than I hugged in years.
Yep.
I told more grown-ass men I love them this weekend than I've ever said in my life.
Yeah, you couldn't stop telling me that. It was weird.
Yeah. Well, there was that one time in college, but I mean, like after that night. But I meant it because everybody was so kind to us. Everybody's sharing their stories because inadvertently, us talking too much and sharing too much personal information, and then leads to us. It's become therapy for people. They're not alone. They feel similar things. I forget who I was talking to, but I mentioned the fact that like we did that one draft. And it was like, yeah, my dad, Skeeter was like, my dad charged my credit, all my fucking credit on the score, and he took out a loan in my name. I was fucked as a little kid because of that shit, right? And then it was like my dad, James Dick's like, my dad's a deadbeat. And then fucking we're on the next one, and I'm like, yeah, my dad was in jail and shit, fucking on to the next one. That was
wild.
And then we got...
Your dad's a really nice guy. We got to meet him.
Yeah, he is a really nice guy. Nice. Total maniac.
He's like, oh, you're from Buffalo. You must be really good at shoveling snow. I'm like, you got no fucking idea, dude.
He does, because he loves the cabin, and we're there all the time. That shit, we get to edge that lake effect shit, but you guys get it. Brutal. Yeah. But yeah, no. But I mean it. Also, I remember at that draft, someone was like, my dad's a great dad. That was me. Someone piped it out. Yeah, he's like, I just on the record.
Is a great dad.
I know, but it's just we're all struggling over here, and you're like, but for the record, in case you're listening, Pop, I love you. But you're like, he doesn't listen.
He had in the past, not like he used to.
No, he doesn't. I remember you said he would listen, and I was like, I would give him like shout outs and shit.
On the chop chop.
Yeah, no, don't.
He'll
do
give
that.
us a click.
Yeah, it's a courtesy.
Have that YouTube playing in the background.
But we sent everybody home. We're like Cody. We sent everybody home happy. But it was quite somber. And I want to thank, before we talk about night two, the suite itself, I want to say thank you to Skeeter. Thank you to Robert Teague. Robert Teague got a hotel room that they weren't going to use, so he gave it to Skeeter. And then Dante caught up with us, and he had to go to the airport early in the morning. He was originally going to stay at my house, but he went with Skeeter because he was like, there's going to be definitely a place to sleep there instead of the floor at my house. So he got a ride with Leon, and then a ride with Skeeter to stay at Robert Teague's hotel room with Skeeter and him. So people took care of people. So it was an
That's
incredible
a cool part
day.
of the community. It's like everybody helping each other out. It's like a family.
Leon drove a bunch of people around. James Dick drove a bunch of people around.
Yep, Skeeter drove us.
Yep. There was a lot of team
That's great.
effort put into this, and it was people. And that I think what made it so much easier was someone. I think it was AJ.
Oh, Kyle
Morrison.
Paulson bought me many Bud Lights.
Yes, Kyle Paulson
was
his
awesome,
wife.
man. He got the suite next door on night 1 to dim their lights.
He
Yeah.
did. He had
To
so
avoid
many
the glare.
Bud Lights in him. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna go fucking ask these people to please turn their lights down.
Holy shit!
he,
what
and he
a-
did it, and they
he
did
basically
it.
demanded that they do it too.
Yeah, that's fucking fantastic.
No, they were
That was
like,
great.
he's like, it would just be nice if you would do it, and they did it.
Yeah. That's all. Just sometimes kindness works. The people in that other suite, obviously not from Philadelphia. They'd be like, yo, fuck you, turn the light up on this motherfucker, huh? But yes, and as far as night 2, everybody's up there. We set the truck up. I move it because I thought someone was going to steal it. Which is a smart move by me, don't lie. I got in the suite, and that's when the fucking party started. It really was. I don't know. Listen, Mike, real quick. Night 1 versus night 2. Give me a feel.
I'll tell you,
With me,
so
without me, honestly.
So night 1 was a very positive experience because we were having fun. Nobody was yelling negative things, you know, just enjoying ourselves. I was talking with everybody. And then you came in like bull in the China shop night 2, and shit just got insane.
Yeah, well, no, I was just willing to voice my opinion. I felt like there was a voice of the voiceless because I like
Cody and Roman starts, and he yells, "Shit fucking sucks." And then he went up, sat in a chair, crossed his arms, but he was so fucking enthralled 2 minutes in that he went and sat down and started watching.
No, I actually stole the cushions from the couch and took a knee. But yeah, I was the voice of the voiceless. When Stephanie McMahon marches out there, when she's complicit in all the sexual accusations against her father,
Complicit.
I said so. And you know what I got? I got people on my side. That's all I got. I saw Jimmy. He looked at me. He's like, "You're right." I remember Andrew Skeens. He's like, "You're great at this."
You got person on your side, not people.
No, that's not true. There was a whole row of people. I remember Tom Kinslow stood up and he said, "You're right on the money."
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Yeah, then so the matches, the best match was the first match without a doubt. We'll talk about that in a second. But after that, it was completely downhill. I made sure to let
night 2 or night 1?
night 2. I made sure to let.
Watch night, right?
I didn't. I watched it today.
I didn't know
It
if
was
you
made of
watched it
shit.
back before this show.
Before this show.
Yes.
Yes, I watched night 1.
Earlier today.
I watched
okay.
night 1 and Raw and some of NXT.
Oh, that's a lot.
Good.
That's the sound of fast forwarding.
Yeah. No,
I
I
still
know
need to
that.
rewatch NXT, but
I
I'll
need
get
to
to
rewatch
it.
NXT and night 2 still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fucking wrestling.
And again, I don't have any night 1 notes, but I got some night 2 box notes. You're right about the camaraderie, talking to people, even the seats. Like I would sit down in someone's seat when they weren't there. When they got there, I'd pop up and they're like, "No, you take that seat." And I was like, "No, you fucking right back to your seat. It's fine." Talking to people. Jim, I love Jim. His brother Chris, his wife. They're fucking such great people. Meeting new people. It was wonderful, man. I fucking, from the bottom of my heart, I can't express how much, like, love I felt in a weird way. But the word is camaraderie. I already used it. I didn't want to use it again. But the way it's like, it didn't matter. Sometimes when I get in large settings, I feel uncomfortable and I feel like, oh fuck, I'm not talking. Like I start to overthink it, right? But like every time I moved from one spot to another, I would like look at someone and I was like, "Oh, Aaron, I'll say this to you." Like it was easy and it was comfortable and I had never met most of these fucking people in a setting before, but I felt like I had known them for years. Because I have, and that's the difference now.
that.
So it's like
it was easy.
Yeah,
To talk to these people.
and the truth is, like when we were younger, we all had phones and shit. Like we had what was the one you pull your finger across? You know what I'm talking about?
BlackBerry?
No, the rotary phone.
Rotary
Like
phone?
I remember calling my
You
friends
were
on a
not
road.
saying that
I
one.
literally did
You slide your finger across. I knew
the.
what you were talking about from the sound effects.
Yeah. Oh, well, you're an idiot. So I'm the idiot. But yeah.
You're definitely an idiot.
The world allows us to connect to other people and have actual, tangible relationships without ever meeting them. And this is proof of it. But it's not enough. Meeting these people, shaking their hands, giving them hugs, it's a different level. I genuinely mean it. It was like, these people are good, and I love them. Like they've supported us, they've helped us. We've helped them. It's a reciprocal saw. It's a tree humping saw. I told you about this during the weekend.
Tree humping saw.
That's what it does,
How
dude.
high are you right now?
He already did this comparison.
Yeah, it's a reciprocal saw is like fucking. It comes
but
out.
You did it
comes
about
in.
something else.
But you shake hands.
I like something offensive that we shouldn't even mention, but I can't really remember.
You think what the car rides were a little offensive with me?
Bro, the car rides were something else.
You get me in the car. I'm a special breed. Just a couple.
The car was a safe space that weekend.
Yeah, that is true. Because you don't get recording software in the 2000. From the bottom of my heart, a couple other little notes. Reggie Gill. I'm so Aaron Long, so proud. He's reshaping his body. He looks so fucking good. He's done like 650 miles running. Wow. It's unbelievable. And Reggie Gill going from 525 down to 325 pounds. He looks fantastic. Yeah.
Honestly, I wish Reggie would have fucking fought you.
Yeah, well, he did. He didn't. We moved the tables. I said, "Bring it to me, Reggie." Reggie comes over all like giddy and shit. He's like, "Look, you silly Donny, right?" And I fucking, I'm sorry, I did it wrong.
Very tall.
You silly Donny, right?
That's why night one was better.
And he's saying some dumb shit about Thanksgiving food and how you gotta let it marinate. Or it doesn't even make sense. You don't let nothing marinate on fucking Thanksgiving, goofball. It ain't even fucking close to funny. So I was like, I'm gonna shoot on him because you know me, I'm a shooter. I'm a classic trained shooter. So I goes to shoot on him. He glitches. He fucking starts snapping back. And I'm just, I reach my hand out. There's video of it, dude. You can check the internet. Ring Rust Radio. Listen, Ring Rust Radio Facebook page. Ring Rust Radio Facebook page. Check it out. You can see me bitch Reggie out.
Footage.
Yeah, I'm showing it, dude. We're popping a rating. So Reggie bitched out. That was wild. But yeah, we all had a great time. And, I mean, everybody in that fucking room made me have so much fun. I really mean it. I can't express how much fun I had with everybody in there. And everybody was cool and offered. It felt like a family, like we were at a family function. Not just a friend. Because sometimes you go to, Mike, you talk about tailgates. Sometimes there's people there you don't really know. Right? Your uncle's friend brought two of his friends. And you're like, yeah, how are you? Yeah. Chad? Hi, Chad. How are you? Never going to see you again in my life. I don't really care. This was not like that at all. Everybody there had history with us. Everybody there had history with each other. So it made it just like this ultimate comfort. And I can't express it. That made it the most fun. That and me screaming how much it sucked. It was wonderful.
Oh, yeah, that was great. I really love that.
Yeah, man. You know what's up. BJ, better night, 1 or 2. And why? And why?
Why?
And why?
No, but truthfully, I'm very happy that you were able to go on night 2, and I'm still pissed that you were not there on night 1. I'm just going to say that the person who commented last week on YouTube is going to be so fucking pissed this episode.
I don't care. I have people to thank and people to love, and I don't really give a shit. Because I
was ready to step aside so Donnie could go night 2.
But you knew I wouldn't do that, so you were putting up a false flag, which is wild.
No, because
you were hold on.
Honestly, it was so annoying that day that I was over it at that point.
I will say this:
we were able to figure it out.
While I was actually a martyr, you were a faux martyr. That's what the difference is. While I actually took it and I fucking walked it off. You knew.
I mean, a contributing factor to you being the martyr was you not wanting to pay the money that we had to pay for those.
Listen, don't let the truth get away with this story.
And you also saying all along you didn't want to go.
Well, guess what? I watched night 1. Spoiler alert, it kind of sucked compared to night 2.
No.
You sure did.
No, it was really good.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on.
I would say night 1 was...
Okay, well, before we get into the actual content...
They were damn close.
I want to ask you both, which is ridiculous because night 2 blew too. I want to ask you both real quick. Just any other comments? Any other comments about the extracurriculars? About all the extra shit that we did, the meetups, the fun, the party, and the people.
I would do it again.
You do it again. Thanks so much. But where? Where's the farthest? I was thinking about this today.
Oh, what's the furthest I would go?
Oh, the first I go for WrestleMania. To me, it's Vegas because my uncle lives there, so I'd be able to see him. But I really don't want to fly. that far.
I agree. Honestly, driving 6 hours, it's not like super fun, but I don't mind driving. I hate flying because of all the shit you got to deal with.
Yeah, big time.
It's very annoying, very expensive. Yeah. So I would prefer if it was somewhere within driving distance, like the distance of Philly or preferably less.
Everything should be in the dome, though.
So here's what I think. And I'm just being honest. Talking to a couple people today, including Andrew Sampson, who's in Chicago. Okay? Yeah. It looks like WrestleMania like 36 or 46, somewhere in there. That would be
46.
At the 46.
36 or 46.
No, 46. I just got it wrong. 46 because they're building. Their plans are to build a new stadium with a dome.
Yeah. Oh, the Bears.
Yes, stadium? And that would be that. It would set up for 46 to be there.
Dude, you're talking about so far away.
From New Orleans to Philly was 6 years.
It's my hope this show doesn't.
No, I'm saying you're talking about us still doing the show, you still being alive.
Excuse me, you don't think we're gonna be doing the show? I think we do the show until we die, one of us,
yeah,
and then the other two continue on after that.
You agree with that?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yep.
What else are you gonna do, Mike, on a fucking Tuesday afternoon? Give me a break.
Anything.
Literally anything else. Go fishing. Today's a beautiful day. I'd love to be fishing.
You're gonna be playing Among Us with me and Donnie.
No, he doesn't do that now.
I know, but when the show ends, he has something to do.
But yes,
let's figure out next year before we get into fucking Chicago.
No, because I'm not going to Minneapolis, and I'm not going to Vegas, and I'm not going to Florida anymore. I'm not flying. I hate fucking flying. And you're going to need a real ID soon, and I don't want to have to go through all that bullshit.
Yeah, what's the deal with that shit?
It's stupid. They keep putting it off. I hope it never comes. But yeah.
Anyways, I do want to go to WrestleMania again, but I've been to 3. And I've had a different experience at each one. To me, the next thing is which will never happen, but it's sitting front row. Because we've had great seats, we've had floor seats, we've been in the suite. The next thing is going to a WWE show front row.
I gotta tell you, I don't want to do anything but a suite again. I don't want to do. I don't care. It's more. No. Listen,
I don't know.
One that without the glitches. No. Here's the thing. Just 20. If we get standing room only, great. Not counting on it. You know what I mean? We're gonna adjust some math. Yeah. We're gonna figure out some stuff with the ticket office. I want to thank Leon for fucking. He did put a shit ton of work into this, and shit got haywire. And Skeener's Mr. Lawyer Man's gonna look at the paperwork, and we're gonna see.
We got him on retainer.
We can see if we can shake some trees here. Okay.
The suite is very fun. It's just a different experience being in the suite because you are so far away. I had to watch on the jumbotron for most of it or the TV.
Yeah, but you got to be with your friends.
But and so that experience is just different. So watching it back because I watched night one before the show, and it's man, there's so many things that you pick up on, of course, just from that. But it's just a different experience. So there's pros and cons, but the big pro, of course, is being around everyone. And
let me say something.
Delegating and so many people being around, everyone visiting. And so we already have people who are down to happen next year. I would love to be involved in that. So looking forward to it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so do we think it's going to be in Minneapolis?
That's what I think.
Minneapolis or Vegas.
Because whoever was in charge of events there teased having this huge fucking event second only to the Super Bowl. So I have to assume
it's strange to me that they have not announced it though. Because
they always do by now.
Yeah.
Right?
So I think it's strange, and that's why I'm just it's probably Vegas or Minneapolis then, right? Why else would they have not announced it?
And think about this.
Must still be because they're only getting big. I mean, they're so hot that they're basically just trying to penny pinch whoever is going to offer the most.
Yeah. The truth for me is, think about this, BJ. When we did the first call with Leon about this suite,
I remember.
It was April 2023.
Right.
And
it was right after he came back from LA. We were all right, we want to do that for Philly.
Yep.
And we already knew that it was going to be in Philly.
Yep. That's exactly right. Because as soon as they said it was going to be Philly, everyone it was the whole room turned and looked at me, and I was like, let's ride, boys.
You got a host.
and we did. We didn't waste time. We did. And it was, listen, we all went to night 2. You guys got to go to night 1. Everything we wanted, is all the bullshit aside, we got to experience it, which is fucking great. Right. And I love it. I had a great time.
Thank you for your hospitality and generosity and selflessness.
Thanks for letting us stay.
Yeah, staying at your place, taking us around, driving us around. You put the money for the tailgating. We all got food together and, drove us to ECW arena. It was an awesome experience. My first time in Philly. And so it was an easy process to get there and get to you. And so I just want to thank you for.
Yeah, I'm great.
I mean, you made this all happen, and it starts with you creating Ring Rust Radio. And so thank you for all that.
Mike, did you hear that? It's almost like
Yeah.
Go ahead, your turn, Mike.
You are still
Mike, your
a
turn.
fucking asshole, though.
Mike, your turn.
Oh yeah, thanks for not crashing the car when we were in it.
I didn't do that. I also
Appreciate
I didn't even
I had
touch you
no doubt
once
that you
when you were
wouldn't
sleeping.
crash the car, but you definitely drive like you're a fucking maniac.
Listen, it's not.
He
a gift.
drives exactly how.
The best thing is
It's very true.
Every turn is.
No, I do make that
The
noise.
sound effect.
I do make that. I go,
In all honesty, I had a great time. And I do thank you for letting us stay with you and setting everything up, because obviously you know what to do over there. I've only been to Philly once, so not familiar with the area at all. But you hooked it all up and had an amazing time. So
100%.
appreciate it.
Yeah, and thank you guys for coming down. Thank everybody for being part of this, because like I said, Leon came last night to pick the coolers up. Me and Leon sat in the street, and I literally said to him, I said, I feel like I'm about to cry. And he said, what are you talking about? I said, when you leave tonight, this thing that I had thought about and planned about, and like details I'd worked on for months, and like the excitement, I pride myself on being someone who I never get too high, I never get too low. I kind of just try to keep it even.
Lazy river,
Lazy river during times of trials. I try to be like, if I don't get too high, then I can't fall too low. You know what I mean? So I always just try to maintain that. And I said, also another thing I said before this weekend started, I said, try to savor it. Think about the fact that it's going to be over soon, and I did. And that still went by too fast. And when I sat there last night, and I gave Leon a big hug, and I watched him drive away, and I was like, I did. I literally shed a fucking tear or two, and I was like, it's over. All that fucking shit was over, and I was fucking just so disappointed that I was over. Because everybody, and that's what I want to say before we go on to actual stuff. We thanked each other for the camaraderie and the generosity in the house and the food and the shit. But I would argue that besides my mother and my father, my wife and my children, in-laws, a couple people, most of my best friends, I never felt more comfortable, more loved, more welcomed, more fucking like I did. I hugged and I fucking had people look me in the fucking eyes and say, I love you for what you have done for me. And I didn't even realize the magnitude of this, really. And I know, listen, we got a suite. We raised this money, and like, you're like, great. Anybody can organize a bunch of people. You don't have to know them. But we did know them. We knew every one of them, and they knew us. So much about us. I remember someone, how's your father doing? You mentioned on the show this little subtle thing that I probably said in fucking passing without thinking about it. And this person remembered it so much that one of the first things he said to me is,
That was Skeeter.
How'd your dad
I was in the car.
Is that what it was? Oh, yes, the fucking, yes, because he had gotten fucking in trouble with the cops.
Or whatever.
Yes. I was like, holy shit, dude. Thank you for remembering that. Little shit like that. People talking to me about, how's Lucy doing? Mention my kid.
I had so many people ask me, like, how they're doing. Like, just, these people are such genuinely nice people and care about us as people.
And we're monsters. And I realize most of them are monsters. You know what I mean? We really are all monsters together. We say awful things, but we are their monsters. But we're all monsters. But the thing is, we're monsters. But the same people, we're going to be like, hey, take my shirt. I don't need it. You can literally have the shirt off my back if you need it. So yeah, right, dude. I popped out of the shower with my tits out, and you couldn't keep your eyes off, dude.
I know, like pepperonis.
Holy shit, dude!
Pepperonis.
The tiny little pepperonis are big ones, like the Cesaro ones. No, that's not true. Then you weren't looking. You were down south looking, dude. Holy shit! I thought you were up top. You were like,
I was trying to find.
Nah, don't worry, brother. It was like the fucking Battle of the Bulge 2 in there.
By the way, we got to go
What
to the fucking the shed where Donny listens to games.
Oh yeah,
so that was an experience.
24, not all day, 24/7, dude, night and day. That light stays on.
That's one of the more insane things I heard that weekend.
Why? How is that insane?
Why wouldn't you turn it off?
I mean, I think it's kind of insane.
Yeah.
To leave a piece of equipment running 24/7.
I would never do that.
And then we got to see where he actually podcasts from.
That was the most shocking thing.
It is now nothing like we thought it was. So what my thought was, you go up the stairs and then you have like a couple rooms with doors, and you open one of those doors and you walk in, and that's his office. But no, you open a door. There's steps going up. You go up the steps, and once you get to the top, there's like a landing, and that's where his setup is.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is not how I pictured it all. And literally, I'm like standing there, and I'm like by your desk, and I'm looking behind me. I'm like, there's a fucking flight of narrow stairs behind me.
Yeah.
I was doing this fucking show, and I was like on my chair. I would be so afraid that I would go backwards down the steps.
No, not even the gate there. It's
never once. I've never fell. I mean, I fell once, but I jumped down them. But I've never fallen down them. I jumped down them. So no, it's not a big deal. Here's the truth. We could have done the upstairs different, but I wanted the window for the office. I need the window to just be like, so I'm not trapped here, even though it literally has like bars on it, like I'm behind them. So yeah, but no, yeah. And I mean, I don't know why you're attacking my office. I don't know how that has to do with my bulge.
It's not even an office.
No, I'm not attacking. I'm just saying I don't know how you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do it.
It's almost like a compliment that you have.
And it makes so much more sense. Actually, it's more mind-blowing to me that we haven't heard more of what happens at your home now that I know where it is.
Yeah.
Right.
I yell
because they can just like fucking open the door and scream as loud as possible anytime.
Yeah.
Yep, and they do. And they do from time to time.
I feel like if I was you, I would have set my shit up in the basement.
No, the connection's dog shit down there.
Oh, okay.
So I'm right near everything, the internet up here because I have it connected outside, so it's all good.
You also might freeze to death down there.
Yeah, I told you.
It was cold that night.
You could hang meat down there. You were also laying on the concrete floor, even though there's a mattress on the ground for you.
Bro, I came back.
The mattress was fucking flat.
No, the one.
I had 10 Bud Lights that night. I didn't want to deal with it.
Bro, I came back to Manhattan. It was warmer outside than it was in your fucking house.
Yeah,
your basement.
I keep it cold.
But yeah, amazing weekend.
Yeah, honestly, and
we should probably get into the actual.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you. I was saying thank you, okay, and then it got to my bulge, and then we got off track. That's what happened.
We've never spoken about your bulge because we can't find it.
That's not true. I'll tell you what, you were definitely looking. WrestleMania review, night one. Again, I watched night one. We'll do.
You watched half of the opener through the window at the ticket office in a tiny TV.
That's exactly right, but I saw it. I was there. I was at the Lincoln Financial Field, and I watched part of the first match, and they tossed me out. That's what I'm going to tell the kids.
That's where you learn your story, yeah.
That's going to be part of my kids are going to be like, well, actually, Mom told me you fucking were too cheap to get a ticket, and they didn't have one for you anyway. I'll be like, God damn it, you keep your mouth shut, woman. WrestleMania 40 night one. We'll do match moment overall grade. Rhea Ripley retains her women's championship, as we said over Becky Lynch, as we said. A-Town Down Under and Awesome Truth won the championships, as we said. Right? I think we said that, right?
I said that.
I think we
at least
So Ring Rust said it.
So honestly, I think
if one of us says it, Ring Rust said it.
We did it well. We did it well.
It's a negative thing that we never said it.
Rey Mysterio and Andrade. This match was pretty mid. The only thing that I really loved was Jason Kelsey.
I will say this: live, we all thought the same thing. Not that good. Watching it back, a lot better.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
They did a spot where Ray was on top of Andrade's shoulders on the turnbuckle, and they jumped outside as a crossbody.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was fucking awesome.
And then the Joaquin Wild like slingshot thing. That
was cool. Yeah, and then Jason Kelsey, Lane Johnson. That was a cool moment. So actually, I
booed them.
You did boo them. I had more fun with this.
You booed
watching
them?
It back.
Yeah, I did.
You're a coward.
I fucking flipped off the Eagles logo that was in our suite.
Yeah, because I wasn't there. You didn't do any of that shit when I was there.
On the streets they had Eagles logos, like on the sidewalks. I stomped on them.
Yeah, I thought you tripped.
He's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just stomping on the logo."
What a coward! What a fucking absolute coward!
I definitely could see Jason Kelsey doing a match though.
Yeah, he's going to be allowed.
Why not? He's retired.
Yeah, he's retired. He would definitely be into that. Yeah, you get Lane Johnson to have the current star, and the Jason Kelsey who's still red hot. Also, big hat tip to the Mummers for night 2, but we'll get into that. Jay beat Jimmy. I watched it back. Highly disappointed in that match.
This was my...
Yeah.
Besides the ticket issues, my disappointment of the weekend was Jay and Jimmy match.
I understand the story that they were telling, but like you are kicking each other in the fucking face left and right, no selling everything. I was like,
Right,
this is not my type of
Yep.
fucking match.
100%.
I understood the story, but this is not the match I wanted. It's not the match I envisioned. And we all said like, hey, this should have been the opener. They made the right choice given what we saw, because Rhea and Becky was in my opinion, one of the best matches of the whole weekend. And Jay and Jimmy, unfortunately, did not live up to expectations. I don't know if they're holding back, if they have another match planned, but like
they
I said,
better, and so they can put this one in the rearview mirror. To be honest
and
with you.
they hyped this up in like interviews and everything. We've all been hyped up for months and months, and so it's really unfortunate that this really took a backseat in the build, and then the match that we got it didn't land for me.
I guess we put it on too high of a pedestal.
Yeah,
because
I mean,
we thought it was gonna be something incredible.
I did feel like their mannerisms and like their storytelling in the match, they themselves were good, but like the action that we got was not it for me.
This was the match I'd been looking forward to the longest, probably.
We were so excited for this.
Like it was like they started setting up like before the Rumble. It felt like they were on this collision course.
Dude, since SummerSlam when Jimmy screwed over Jay against Roman. Like,
yeah, honestly, you're right.
And it was red hot. We were like, are they just going to main event the next pay-per-view? And it was like, nope, they're going to go all the way to WrestleMania. It's like, well, you better do something really
And then we
fucking
got there,
amazing,
and this is what we get. And it was very, very disappointing. So,
I was shocked that it wasn't a lot better than it was. I really was.
Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi defeated Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. This was a really fun match.
Very fun.
I enjoyed it also,
kept it this is exactly what you need from this kind of thing. Everybody gets their shine, and the faces win. Got it.
Bianca and Naomi did a lot of heavy lifting. Jade got some big spots. That's what you want.
She's like Sting.
There you go, yeah.
Sami Zayn beat Gunther for the IC Championship. What a moment.
What a moment.
Incredible match.
We did call this. We agreed it was all going to be like, this is probably one of the most 50-50 matches, but we said Sami Zayn is going to do it. It's going to be like a Rocky story. No interference from Chad Gable, which is great. They had Sami's wife ringside, which is very fun for Gunther to just kind of like egg on through the whole match. Kevin Owens backstage before the match. That was so good.
Him with his wife and with his son, and like, hey, can you keep him backstage? I don't want him to see this. And then KO fucking hyping him up right before he goes through the curtain, like watching him walk through the hallways backstage, through Gorilla. Fuck you, Kevin Dunn, you little bitch.
100%.
This shit was awesome.
And that's one thing that brings everyone together is the fact that WWE is so much better now that piece of shit's gone.
Oh yeah, so good. So being there live without like any replay or anything, I thought the Brainbuster was a botch. And a couple other people around me also thought that, but then watching it back, it's
fucking
awesome.
Mark.
Watching it back was like, perfect.
It was Mark City.
Awesome.
You sound like Jim when Cody was like nursing his knee on night 2. Jim's like, I hope his knee's okay. It happened like when he was getting in the. Yeah, he's like, it happened when he was getting in the ring. I might be a shoot, Jack. I was like, fucking old ass man.
This match was awesome. This was one of my favorite matches of the weekend. Sami winning was huge. Looking forward to seeing what they do next with him and Gable.
And him winning clean, I think, is an even bigger deal. Like he's legit now. He's a true champion, and now he could take everything Gunther did over 600 days as champion, made the IC title more relevant than it's been in however long, and keep taking it to the next level.
Yeah.
You know what's cool? They have last year him and Kevin Owens in the main event. They beat the Usos, who had a long reign, one of the longest reigns of the tag team championships. Then he beats Gunther, right? Yeah, the longest. Now he beats Gunther, who is a record setter. So it's like Sami kind of has that like kind of momentum because
he basically broke record reigns in 2 years in a row.
Yeah,
it's to make up for the fact that he didn't win the world championship in Montreal.
Good thing he didn't.
And I will say the reaction for this match registered on the Richter scale, just like the earthquake we got on Friday when Reggie Gill's fat ass fell over on the way to the fucking Xfinity Live.
In reality, you did have an earthquake, and I got near you, and I got so many texts from people like, "Did you feel the earthquake?" I'm like, "No, I didn't feel any earthquake."
Yeah,
I had no idea.
That was Reggie falling.
I was on this train and didn't feel it, and then texting Donny, I'm like, "You feel it?" He's like, "Yeah, I felt that."
or maybe no.
Donny was like, "You were like driving, right?"
No, my wife was in the shower. She started yelling at me because I was taking a piss. And I was like, "I'm pissing. Just fucking what is the problem?" She's like, "You don't hear that?" I was like, "No, I don't hear nothing." She's like, "I think we're having a fucking earthquake." So I walk outside and there was like a plane in the air. I was like, "Nah, fucking plane's just shaking the ground. I don't know." I don't make a big deal out of things. If there's not fissures like opening up in the ground that are like swallowing cars, I ain't worried about it.
It's not like Batman.
Yeah, if it's not the stadium with fucking
If Hines Ward ain't falling in.
Yeah, then I'm not worried about it. Wish that happened in Buffalo.
Kick returner Hines Ward.
Mm-hmm. As you would.
It was a Canadian Football League team. And then you had The Rock and Roman Reigns against Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. So.
This match was awesome.
The mid-card
Rock's
Mafia.
fucking entrance. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was great.
I watched his entrance with you guys on the highlight thing, so I could skip it. So I could skip it.
It was electrifying.
It actually was fire filled.
It was fire.
He had fire. Not the fire gun, but he had fire.
Okay, so I want your match moment overall grade of this.
We're doing them separately, the nights?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I'll go. Favorite match was very close between Sammy Gunther and the tag team main event. But I'm going to the tag team main event just because of how huge it felt. I think a big part of it was getting to see The Rock wrestle for the first time in so many years. And just the storytelling of this match was spectacular. Like the pop that went through that stadium when Roman missed the spear and hit Rock, and then the way The Rock fucking sold it, the way The Rock broke up. I think Cody was going for a crossroads, fucking lashes him in the back with the belts. Just so many well done things in this match. And Rock and Roman win, like kind of figured, and set up the tribal or the bloodline rules for night 2. I just think it was perfectly done. Perfectly done, this match.
Perfectly done.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah. This match for me. Oh no, BJ, I'll let you go first, and I'll talk about it. It goes in everything I have to say.
This was my match of the night. The moment of the night for me here might be The Rock telling the referee not to count, or I'll fucking fire your ass. I don't fuck around. The Rock doesn't fuck around every fucking style. Like,
my moment of the night was Sammy winning the title.
Yeah, that was incredible. But the main event, seeing The Rock back was awesome, and he was so much better than I thought he might be. He obviously has a storytelling, but I thought he might get hurt, to be honest. And they wrestled a 45-minute fucking match, and it was entertaining throughout. They went around the arena. The table spot, The Rock went through a fucking table, rock bottom from Cody. Got the people's elbow, which was fun. And he's calling out Mama Rhodes. There's just so many things, so many layers of this match. Roman was excellent. Cody was excellent. Seth was excellent. Seth Rollins looked like a bitch the whole weekend, but he pulled his weight. That was my match of the night. I think that was my match of the weekend, to be honest.
And for me, my favorite match was Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. I didn't understand the whole thing until you guys explained to me with the guy looking like her or something.
Motionless in white?
Yeah.
Yes. That is one of my biggest disappointments of the weekend is I didn't get to see them perform live because I've seen them in concert before. Great band, and I didn't get to see that. But yes,
hold on. No.
Singer looks like Rhea Ripley. So
they blow. That band fucking blows, dude. Yes, they do. I went and looked them up, and they suck.
Well, you're wrong.
They suck, dude. What's their best song? Remember the best song?
Yeah,
Sucks.
Donny, Rhea, and Becky was my second favorite match from night 1.
Oh my god, that's great because I didn't even ask you. Night
2 Donny.
No, it's just Donny. Just call me Donny. This is me. Sami Zayn winning was the moment for me, and I gave it a 5 out of 10.
I'll give an overall grade for the whole show. But
I'm going to give a grade for each night and then an overall grade. You'll never guess.
9.5 out of 10.
4 out of 10.
Night 2, Drew McIntyre beat Seth Rollins. The Mummers came out. I don't think I was sitting next to Jimmy when it happened. Jimmy's a 10-year Mummer. I've attended several of the parades, very drunk. And I would say to anyone that outside of Philadelphia, I'm sorry, because I don't think anyone else got it. Even when I listened back,
you explained it to me for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, it's because it's a great. Mike, I will say this: if you were here for New Year's, you would love the tradition.
It's like one of these fucking minstrels.
They are minstrels, right? But there's different kinds, and there's this fancy brigade and all that shit too. There's like dance routines and shit like that. But it's hilarious, and you get so drunk on New Year's Eve that you just stay up and dress up like assholes and wander the streets of Philadelphia on New Year's Day. They play music and shit.
Don't you do that like every night?
No, it's a special occasion. We usually look cool as shit with our wallet chains and our leather jackets. Drew McIntyre wins the title. He beats Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins rolls out of the wing. Rolls out of the wing, dude. Rolls out of the ring.
Out of the wing, daddy.
CM Punk on commentary. Fucking Drew comes over there, slithers sexually towards him like a fucking maniac. He's like, "Look at my dung, you monster."
Drew in the middle of the match.
Yeah.
Goes to where his wife is sitting. Takes the phone. Tweets, "Bored at work, LOL." In the middle of the match.
Incredible.
He was excellent in this match.
Yeah, he's
great match.
He's fantastic.
Yep.
He's better than Roman Reigns in every form and fashion. Sorry,
And then he quote tweeted it "fuck" after
That was
hilarious.
losing the title.
So CM Punk then attacks him, takes off his arm brace because he's a liar,
Big pop.
proving it
That was-
again.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see him exposed on Wednesday.
He didn't actually use that arm for anything though.
Yeah, well, he's going to be exposed Wednesday.
Sure.
The whole front on that one.
Honestly, if they show anything or show the real context, I'm sure Tony Khan would be exposed for being a fucking bitch.
I don't know. Maybe
But
CM Punk.
We're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about it.
I mean, we could do it now. And then Damian Priest comes out and cashes in the Money Back and wins the fucking championship.
Dude,
That was awesome, man.
Yeah.
that was my moment of the fucking night.
I agree, 100%. That's the
I did
first time
not-
I ever got to see a cash in live.
Yep.
Yeah,
was cool.
same here. I did not think we never discussed that as a real possibility of happening. I thought that was an incredible way to do it. He had looked like a bitch for so long, but then to do it at WrestleMania, and not in the way that Seth did it, so completely different in that, and to do it on Drew, who's another heel, that's a big reason we didn't expect that. So it was just so well done. And such a great way to further the feud between Drew and CM Punk. CM Punk cost him this championship, and it was Drew because
And cost him last night, too.
Yeah. And
They could
Man,
have
it
done
was
that
so
much
great.
better.
that is great booking.
From the bottom
They
of my
could have
heart,
done it much better because Drew looked fucking dominant and won and got his moment in front of the fans that he's been wanting.
Yep.
And then CM Punk essentially takes it away, and the reason that Drew loses is because he was so preoccupied with trying to shove it in CM Punk's face. So you're setting that up for in the future, and then you make Priest look good finally by cashing in. So like there was a legit shock factor that happened. So I thought that was just so well done.
So great. And very smart of them to put them losing the tag team championships on the previous night. So now they regain that momentum by him winning the fucking world championship. Just fantastic work by them.
also throws the scent off pretty hard because until the music hit,
in the main event, you mean?
Yeah, in the main event.
Yeah.
No, until in the first match. Until Priest's music, until it said Priest real big, and the fucking music hit, and you see someone run into the ring, and I look up at the screen, and I see what's happening. I didn't think about that. That
I
only
wasn't
crossed
thinking about
my...
it in that moment
No,
either.
not at all.
Yeah.
You were so preoccupied with Drew and CM Punk because
Yep.
that's such a heated rivalry. Man, perfect.
Yes, and that's what I said. And right now, guys, that match is now over. They've gone to the back. And the night takes a shit. This was doo-doo butter city. Night 2 blue. Next
I
match
disagree.
was Bobby Lashley and Street Profits against the Final Testament. Really short. Very, like it was supposed to be a Philadelphia street fight. Bubba looked like an idiot. He looked like me at like Thanksgiving, tucking my shirt in and shit like that. He looked awful.
I thought it was cool that he got to. do something.
It was a dog shit. There was like the moment Montez Ford like flipping off over the turnbuckle is always great and shit. But this was supposed to be like a Philly street fight, and it was the most
Snoop Dogg was
mid.
very funny on commentary. It was a fun match.
It was the most mid street fight ever. So I was way out on this.
I
It was
do
good.
agree this was the worst match of the night, arguably the weekend. I have not
I think
watched
Jimmy
night...
J might have been the worst
Oh,
match of the
right.
weekend, sadly.
Right. I have not watched Night 2 back, so everything I'm going to say is by memory.
Yeah,
of
I did
being
not
alive.
watch Night 2 back either.
After I watched it back, I liked it even more than when I was there for it.
Well, good for you.
I might say it was slightly better than Night 1, to be honest.
Night 2?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
Because you had
really
the big,
enjoyed Night 1.
long-lasting moments that you didn't have as much of on Night 1.
LA Knight beat AJ Styles. This was. I think this is one of those things where obvious booking is correct booking.
Yep.
Very good match. Very horrible fucking theme song for AJ Styles now.
Yeah, what the? I didn't appreciate that they did that.
That was horrible.
Can I tell you, I didn't even realize it was AJ Styles at first.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, what the fuck?
I think it's only because he's a heel, I guess. Like what they did with Nakamura, it's like, oh, you love the theme song, so now that he's a heel, we don't really want you to enjoy this. I don't know. I just hate when they do that. Like he had a great theme song for fucking 8 years. Just let him have it.
Yeah.
No, I thought the match was good though. I don't know why you're saying
It
this
was.
wasn't a good
You
match.
know,
It was nothing. I honestly didn't take much out of it. It was just it wasn't great. It seemed like a television match. It wasn't impressive. I didn't see impressive shit.
That's fair.
You know what I mean? If this is WrestleMania, I want to see crazy shit. I will say this. I enjoyed Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Is there a motorcycle in my house?
You leaving us?
Remember, that's my motorcycle. See you, losers. I got a doll on the front. What was his name, Mike?
I'm sorry?
What was the doll on the front of Eller's?
Rocco?
Yeah. Logan Paul beat Randy Orton and Kevin Owens to retain the U.S. title. This match, somebody who was yelling things in the box was very right. Guy's a fucking spot monkey, dude. A piece of shit human and a spot monkey. You fucking hate it when other people do it.
And a really good wrestler.
He's not. Randy Orton, he was a spot monkey the whole fucking time. The psychology was done mostly by the other guys. He fucking hit his fucking 5 spots of doom, and we walk home fucking miserable. So no
KO
thanks.
driving Randy Orton down on that cart.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So we had missed that on SmackDown.
Yeah.
That all happened, so I'm glad they did this because it's always. You know what? We just love golf carts.
What happened on
Here at
SmackDown?
Radio.
Kevin Owens was like driving back and forth between Wells Fargo and Lincoln Financial on this fucking golf cart thing.
Oh, I didn't see.
And he picked up Randy
SmackDown.
Orton.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so then they did it again. So that was fun. That was a great entrance.
That hurts.
Sammy hyping up KO before he went out, just like he did for him. It's cool.
And the more I think about it, because we all called Logan Paul, the more I think about it, it would have been really cool for Kevin Owens to also win the U.S. title. And that way, like, they at least had that main event last year, and then they both, the following year, win championships again. Because they've been mostly an afterthought for the past year. But I do understand why Logan Paul won. I thought this was a really good match.
I liked Randy kicking that dude in the Prime bottle, and then the top popped off of it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know who that guy is.
No,
He's
his name
apparently a
is...
streamer.
Listen, hold on. His name is Speed. What'd you call him, Mike?
I didn't call him anything.
Oh, now who's now who's problematic?
You.
Now who's problematic?
You.
I did call the guy singing America the Beautiful Keith Lee, and fucking Reggie was like, you're a dirty motherfucker for saying
I'll be
that
honest,
shit.
I thought it was KSI, and it wasn't, and then I apologized to Reggie as well.
You're an asshole. You don't have to apologize. It was an accent. I don't fucking know. I don't know these people in the first place. I don't care. I don't care about anybody. White, black, red. I don't care about anybody. What?
I would say this was the third best match of the night.
It was fine. It was a long line of mid-ass matches. Bailey versus Io was.
I thought this was good too.
This was again. It was solid, but not as good as I expected. I know Dave said it's like a shine match or whatever, but it wasn't my shine match.
I don't know what you wanted out of this match.
I thought it was a good match. I thought they were pretty stiff with each other too.
The moment when Io fucking like kip-upped out of Bailey's finisher, the pop in the crowd for that was awesome.
Yeah. No, listen. Don't get me wrong. I love Io.
And Bailey getting her WrestleMania moment finally.
Yeah, finally. Like, she's deserved this for such a long time. She was, like, arguably their best during the whole pandemic, at least 2020. Right? She was incredible as her heel turn. I'm so happy she got her moment.
Yes. And it was good, and the match was, I would say this, it was probably this was my third favorite match of the night.
Okay.
No. This was my second favorite match of the night. Sorry.
From night one, very happy that R-Truth finally got a WrestleMania moment.
All those years, and he never really had one at all.
And his dad comes out on Raw. His
idol?
His childhood idol comes out on Raw, and he fucking loves him.
That shit on Raw was so funny. So, like, when Priest was cutting this promo, part of me, I was like, I wonder if they're going to do, like, an evolution thing and, like, beat the fuck out of him, and then you go to, like, Priest versus Balor or something for the World Heavyweight title. But instead, Priest and Rhea are celebrating, holding their titles up, and all of a sudden you see the fucking Raw tag team title in our truth. So good.
Part of me was like, I can't believe they just made this whole segment a fucking joke, but it
doesn't matter.
It's fucking hilarious, and I loved it.
And then you had what was, I mean this in the bottom of my heart.
What a match.
The first part of the match that was like, quote unquote, the work part,
Excellent.
was dog shit. Somebody I forget who it was who yelled in the booth that this shit sucks. Awesome pacing.
It was right as the bell was ringing. Shit sucks.
No, it wasn't. It was
and then you walked to the back of the room.
And I
sat down for 2 minutes and then was fucking thoroughly engaged for the next
because
hour
I was waiting for Stone Cold to come in, and he never came. I got Undertaker for no reason at all.
There's a reason Roman beat him at WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, you think that's why he put on his good Adidas and came down to the ring looking like a guy just rolled out of the gym? That's not my Undertaker out there. Get this old man out of my fucking ring.
Can I just say that I think the most we just spoke about Jay and Jimmy. The most disappointing thing is that we did not see Stone Cold at WrestleMania.
I agree. That's the only thing that would have made it better.
Or going.
I would rather have seen him than the Undertaker, and I'm a huge Undertaker fan. But that made I can't believe that he didn't show up at all.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It didn't work for
WrestleMania
him,
40, the biggest fucking star they've ever had. Like what? I just can't. And it would have been so perfect to see him stun The Rock right there, like. The place everyone would have went fucking nuts.
Cody Rhodes beats Roman Reigns to win the undisputed WWE Universal title with interference from The Rock, Undertaker, John Cena, Solo Sikoa, Jay, and Jimmy. The best part of this whole fucking thing was Jay and Jimmy fucking. Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Oh yeah! Well, he was such a fucking afterthought for most of this weekend that
oh my god! And I get it. He hates Seth because he hates him more than he hates Cody. Oh my god!
Ultimately,
they made him look like such a fucking jabroni, dude.
Yeah,
he's gonna take time off.
I don't care.
And then he's gonna turn on Cody.
You got to work really hard because I've already seen that match a bunch, and I do not care about this, dude.
You did say something about like the first half of the match. I don't agree that it was fucking. What did you say, doo-doo butter?
I would never say that.
That is just bizarre to me. The way this match started, which it was entertaining and good, but like this was Bloodline rules. We've already seen you guys the night before wrestle a match. Last year we saw you just wrestle a regular match. Like I thought this was going to be just like complete mayhem, very much earlier than when we got it.
I liked it because it was basically a tale of two matches. We got a regular match, which I thought was excellent, and then we got the crazy shit, which was also excellent. Like, I'll be honest, when I watched the two shows live, coming out of it, I was like, my favorite match of the whole show was night one main event, the tag team match.
That's how I feel still.
But after rewatching both, this was my favorite match.
Okay, interesting.
And I think part of it was, honestly, was the part where Roman was talking shit, because you can't hear any of that stuff.
Yeah.
And he does the crossroads on Cody.
He said that move sucks.
Yeah, he was like Donald Wood talking about this match, but he's talking about the crossroads. Like that move sucks. Nobody gets beat with that move. I was just doing it to fucking make him upset. I love this whipping this dude's ass. It was like so
That's
good.
hilarious.
Nah, best so really favorite match, favorite moment overall, great. But and listen, I'm gonna take one off the table just to make this more interesting. My commentary is not on the table for favorite moments, so just go work around that. Also, people loved the dickhead me yelling and shit like that. They did. Everyone was yelling back. That was great banter. The main event really polarized the room. You know what I mean? We had people yelling at each other, Cody fans.
People putting the ones up.
Well, that was fun for both nights, where it was basically split in the suite. Of whoever wanted to win.
Yeah.
I will say, Donny, that you were much better at Tribute to the Extreme than you were at WrestleMania. I think you used up all your good material at Tribute to the Extreme. I think you gassed out for the weekend on night two. You're kind of a bitch.
Do you think maybe I was emotionally spent from night one?
No, I don't think so.
I did eat more mushrooms. So that's it. That's what happened.
I think that's why you disappeared. Like, BG, here's what happened. We had everything coordinated. We're going to go in together, and as a group, like herd mentality, just fucking all walk up on the lady that's checking the tickets at once, get her lost in the sauce, and that's how we're going to get in. And I'm leading the way because I walked this fucking route 5 times that day to where we got to go. I turn around. Aaron Long's with me. A few other people are a little bit behind. We wait. They come back. You know who doesn't come back? Donny. I'm like, where the fuck's Donny? And they're like, yeah, he went in. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean he went in? The whole plan was we're all gonna go in together. And I forget who told me. They're like, I think he's fucked up. I'm like, oh my god.
So what is funny about that story, Mike, is Donny walks in to the suite, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so happy that you got in. because no one was updating me, so I was happy you got in. And then in my head, I'm like, but where's Mike? I'm like, did Mike just not get in? What the fuck's going on?
No, he just went off.
Yeah.
It was beyond stupid. I'm glad it worked out, but it was very stupid.
Nah, it worked out great. I did what I had to do, and I got there the right way.
The wrong.
Right.
You got there very much the wrong way.
No, I did. No, I got there.
Okay. So
But yes,
what was your favorite match?
Mushrooms. I was just saying that me yelling is off the board. Is what I was saying to you.
Okay.
Oh, right.
I know that. I know you love that. Seemed like everybody was
I
having.
really hated it, to be honest.
Everyone loved it except you.
My favorite match was the main event. And just to add a little bit, I'm a Roman guy, always have been. Many people talk to me about our battles over the years, Roman versus Bray Wyatt.
R.I.P.
That was like a
R.I.P.
5-year fucking battle betwing us. R.I.P.
Honestly, you won in the long run.
Yeah, I didn't want to win that way. Anyways,
Thanks.
but it was still awesome to see Cody still finish the story, and like the stuff afterwards was very cool. Like it was like Bret Hart WrestleMania 10, like all the baby faces came out, celebrated with them. That's what happened here. Like
Such a
Brandy,
circle jerk. Triple H coming out for
-1 being a turncoat, Donnie.
I would never say that.
You did.
No, I called Cody a traitor because that's exactly what he is.
Then you called -1 also because he was in the ring.
Wow.
Seeing Triple H come out, all that shit, it was very cool. With that said, it was not my favorite moment because I am a Roman Reigns guy. My favorite moment of the night was Damian Priest cashing in.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I think a big part of it is because I never had to see a cash in live before. I was robbed of Dolph Ziggler because he cashed in the night after WrestleMania 29. But this one was fucking awesome. Only the second cash in ever at WrestleMania. So I really enjoyed that. I'm giving the overall grade a 9.5 and a total grade for the whole show of 9.5.
That's fucking unbelievably stupid. That would make it one of the
Damn
greatest
near
WrestleManias, and this is far from that.
I think it is probably a top 5. And we talked last year. I think BG and I agreed. Last year's was the top 5 WrestleMania of all time. Not quite on the level of like 17 and 19. I think those are still the standards.
Mm-hmm.
I really thought about it. I would put this one ever so slightly above last year's. I think this one had more memorable, iconic moments, and that's why.
Very stupid. Very, very stupid. BJ.
Thank you, Triple H.
Oh my God! How about dude? This whole Triple H era and him
Thanks,
getting
Paul.
put over. Why are you leaning so hard into people who are complicit into sexual harassment?
You
That's what I
got
wanna know.
proof of that?
Yeah, I do actually. It's called all those fucking text messages and all the lawsuits that Triple H.
Oh, God,
there's
so
no
not
way
that
he didn't know.
mentioned him,
How about
got
Bruce Pritchard? How about fucking Cody Rhodes calling out a bunch of fucking
Love?
Vince McMahon fucking clones who definitely again complicit.
Mike, was that on the telecast? Him calling
Yes.
people out?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That was all on there.
All right.
You should have called him out and called him fucking complicit.
Is that your computer running away from you?
No, that's not my computer. That's a
He fell down the
motorcycle.
stairs.
Apparently, my neighbor is having a fucking biker rally.
I'm sorry. I wonder what type of rally.
Oh, boy.
My favorite moment, as I said, was Damian Priest cashing in. My favorite match is the main event. Overall grade for the entirety of WrestleMania, I would give it a 9 out of 10. I have not watched back night 2. And even though still being there, I do think that last year's was a better WrestleMania overall. And I think a big part of that is because Roman won.
I will say that my favorite match of the night was the opening match. The favorite moment
That was
of
a great
the
match.
favorite moment of the night was the Priest cash-in. And like I said, the show took a dramatic turn after that into the mid-ass should be on Raw category quickly.
Damn.
The main event was overbooked. It did not live. Yeah, but even the overbooking did not live up to the hype that came with it. The first half of the match absolutely blow. It took too long to get to the shit I wanted. Then when we got to the shit I wanted, it was like fucking the not what I wanted part.
You were going wild just like everyone else in the suite, so don't even
Wait,
do that.
go wild for what?
Everyone coming out and fucking
Yeah,
going
because
nuts.
it was because like I said, here's the thing. Because I'm getting my fucking. It's like right before having sex. I'm chubbing it up. I'm almost there, baby. Stone Cold's almost here, and then I hear dong, and I'm just like, my dong goes limp because I said, oh shit. And no, actually, you know my first thought when I heard the gong was, I said, holy shit, Stone Cold's gonna knock out Undertaker. Fucking holy shit, dude. That's just
What a thumbs up.
crazy.
Stone Cold's joining the Bloodline.
Yeah, dude, he's fucking. I'm corporate fucking Stone Cold. No, the truth is, I just it just wasn't for me. The rest of this card really wasn't booked for me. The Bayley Io was probably the best match of the rest. I hated the main event. I did not go back and watch it, and I probably will
not. It
not.
better get 5 stars from Meltz because the fans loved it, and that's his entire
That's not true.
basis
That's
on
not,
how he
you
grades.
can't you can't judge how the fans were based on our box, and you can't hear them. It's open air stadium. So.
Yeah, but at rewatching, it seemed like they were fucking popping.
They piped in.
Yeah,
Yeah, they piped in cheers. They piped in cheers, dude. That's not true.
Piped in. I was there.
They piped in cheers.
The box
They
was
piped
going
in
crazy.
cheers. But our box was, yeah, because I was fucking there. I was like hyping them up and shit, dude. I kept
you were there,
slamming. Yeah, I kept stomping my foot on the ground to get people going.
Jesus.
So
give us your 4 out of 10 grade.
No, from the bottom of my heart.
To do a 5.
Watching night 1 and then experiencing night 2, I will always view this in a more positive light than like last year's, because I didn't go to last year's. I just had to watch it on fucking television on Monday, and it was very dissatisfying then. Right? So, it's all true, too. From the bottom of my heart, I gave this a 5 out of 10. And I'm not trying to be like a dick about it, but like,
I think you are.
I think like for as long as it is, I expect much better content. I think you had from the bottom of my heart, I think you had 5. I'm going to give it 5, but it's really 4. But 5 matches that I enjoyed. 5 matches out of 14, 5 I genuinely enjoyed.
That's impossible. That's impossible.
There's 14 matches.
You're lying?
5 of
there's
them.
13. There's a typo in one of them.
When you're lying, nothing is impossible.
Because you liked the opener. There's no way you didn't like the ladder match.
I liked the Drew match.
No, I'm talking about the entirety of WrestleMania, right? You like Rhea and Becky.
I like
It's
4. I like
impossible
4.
Not to like the ladder match.
Like I said, I like 5 matches. Rhea, listen, I'll tell you right now.
The 6 women match was good.
Yep, Rhea.
Sammy and Gunther you like. So we're already up to 4.
Yes.
Right? You like Drew and Seth.
Yep.
And you're going to tell me that you didn't like Bayley and Io then?
I just told you.
That was the second best match of the night.
The second best match, and it didn't make my top 5.
He's also lying about not liking the main event.
But that's 6.
He's lying about
no,
not
but
liking the main
Bayley.
event.
Okay, and that's why. Okay. You know what? You're right. 6 out of 13. Less than half the matches were good.
And I don't believe you didn't like this triple threat for the U.S. title. That was a fun match.
You stood next to me. I didn't like it. I walked out of this shit. Shit sucks. Randy Orton and fucking Kevin Owens would have had a match. And again, you guys praise this spot monkey. I don't get it. There's no psychology. You fucking yell about the Young Bucks and no psychology. This guy ain't got no psychology. You want to talk psychology, dude? Why don't you show a real tape on fucking Dynamite, you piece of shit. Okay.
We don't even know what they're going to show. So let's get into that, because they announced as WrestleMania. It was after WrestleMania they fucking announced, because the games ran late, right? So Collision didn't even start until after the tournament was over. And they announced that the Young Bucks are going to show footage from backstage about an incident from All In. And everyone starts to then immediately speculate, because the week that CM Punk cuts this whole promo on Helwani's show, that
Helwani the shill.
Jack Perry and CM Punk getting into it. But they never fucking say that. They're just letting people insinuate that that's what it's going to be. Tony Khan's doing fucking interviews and not saying that that's what it's going to be. I have no faith at all that this is what it's going to be. It's definitely going to be the Young Bucks doing some fucking dumb bullshit. Even if it is footage from backstage at AEW All In, it's not going to be about CM Punk and Jack Perry.
No, I think we're getting exactly what they said we're getting. I think we're getting.
They didn't say. What do you mean? They didn't say what we're getting. So you have to then tell me what you think we're getting.
I think we're getting
people like
the
Melvin
fight.
Alvis saying, "Yeah, it's going to be the CM Punk thing." Because because they're really going to release that fucking footage. No, they're not.
Yeah,
that's the exact thing we're getting.
That's exactly what we're getting.
Here's what I
don't think so.
No, here's what I think. I think that this is a beyond desperate attempt to pop a rating, because they haven't fucking sniffed 1 million in like 2 years at this point. They're getting blown out of the fucking water by WWE, which is as hot as it's been since the Attitude Era. And they're trying something here. And I agree with BG. I know what Alvin and Meltzer are saying. They're fucking stupid.
Because they're on the fucking payroll also, so you're gonna hype this shit up so they get more fucking viewers.
They're saying there will be video of a backstage incident from All In. They're not saying CM Punk. They're not saying Jungle Boy. They're not saying Tony Khan. They're not saying any of that. So this could be any kind of backstage footage from All In. And for me, besides popping a one-time rating, which you're going to get regardless of what you show here, probably still won't get 1 million, but I think more people will watch because of that. You're not going to show dude from the other company, a huge star that you fucking fumbled and let go over there because he fought a fucking little dumbass bitch and Tony Khan wouldn't do anything about it after Punk asked him to do
What a
something about
fucking
it.
bias. Is this how you reported it on fucking Bleacher Report, dude?
Sure is.
That's
Word
fucking.
for word.
You
Bar
just
for
say
bar.
what it is. Fucking. If this is a hold on a minute. You're gonna sit here and fucking run. Hold on. You shut your fucking mouth. You sit here all the time on your dumbass high horse talking about we don't victim blame. We don't do all this shit. But they say they. Hold on. They say hold on. You believe the victims. If they say an accusation, you gotta believe right away. You say it all the time. A woman says this, you gotta fucking believe him. Tony Khan says he feared for his life, but he's a bitch because of it. Seems like you're. Hold on. Let me figure it out. What's the word for it? You're a fucking hypocrite.
Yeah.
You're a
so
fucking
whatever you show
hypocrite.
here, like you're gaining nothing from showing CM Punk beating the shit out of Jungle Boy and like maybe beating the shit out of Tony Khan. Like
Here's the thing though, is none of this is going to help you in the long run because if they do show something of CM Punk, which they're not, but if they do, he's not there.
Yeah, but Jake brings Jungle Boy back. Bring Jungle Boy back.
From All Out and done business with it when he was still there.
Then, if they don't show footage of CM Punk and Jack Perry, actual footage of that moment, which most people, and now you have Melt and Al saying it's going to be that, so now all their core audience, because that's what it is, people on the internet going after whatever Al and Melt say, they're going to be really fucking pissed off if it's not that video.
I'm going to fold my arms and go, shit sucks.
You're going to potentially turn people away from this fucking company if it's not that fucking video.
Well, that's a you problem.
So this is not smart.
This is a no-win situation.
They're gonna win. This is how you bring Jack Perry back, dude. He looks like a
Jack
badass. You know what I would do? Can I tell you what I would do?
No one cared about Jack Perry when he was in the company.
I gotta tell you right now what I would do. Well, I mean, he's part of your company. He could be a big star. I would fucking build him up.
He couldn't.
So here's what I would do. I would find the guy who looks just like CM Punk, the closest I can fucking find. I'd dress him up like CM Punk, recreate the night as close as it could come, and then I would have footage of Jack Perry like stomping. Like I'd have CM Punk slap Tony Khan like as a work slap, just slap the shit out of him. I'd have Jungle Boy kick the door down, and be like, "You touch him again, Phil." And it's your last fucking thing. It's CM Punk, the little waffling ass pussy he is. Pharrell Brooks comes running in and fucking just smack down. And then you bring Jungle Boy back and it's like, see? I did that for you. I think that's good business.
That's good business.
Okay, so Ilya Dragunov. Oh, are we doing that next? Oh, no, I'm up here at AEW. Sorry. The Rock teases a future match with Cody Rhodes. So, am I going to get apologized to here for the SummerSlam talk that you guys did?
Meltz is telling us no, it's not going to be a SummerSlam. But
Meltz is saying not before WrestleMania 41, and I'm like, what are you fucking talking about?
That to me makes no sense, because then what's Roman Reigns doing at WrestleMania 41?
Right.
You know? I think it's more likely that Donny's thing comes to fruition.
I know. I can't fucking believe it.
I love it. Told you.
Because you said it when they're both huge baby faces. They said it. You said it for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
And here it is. Once again, you're throwing some dumb shit out there, and it's probably gonna happen.
It's like the time he said Sting versus the Wyatt family. He was just making shit up. That didn't happen, but I think this should happen.
Yeah, Chaos magic works. I don't know how many times I have to preach it. It works, guys. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And BG, you kind of threw something out there about the booking of how you would do this, right?
Yeah, I texted you guys.
I mostly agree with it, I would say.
So I threw an idea, two ideas basically, but The Rock and Cody at SummerSlam, and then The Rock beats him, likely for the championship. Then you could have at Survivor Series the Bloodline versus Cody Rhodes and whoever he has on his team without Roman Reigns involved at all is how I would do it. Now I know a lot of people think Roman would come back at SummerSlam to potentially screw The Rock or something. I personally wouldn't do it. I would keep Roman out until the Royal Rumble. So then I would have The Rock against Cody at the Royal Rumble in a rematch to where then The Rock beats Cody again to get Cody out of the fucking main event scene. Roman comes back as a surprise to win the Royal Rumble, and he would be cheered because you haven't seen him since fucking WrestleMania when he lost, and he's already getting thank you Roman chants on Raw.
I'm not
Philly, of all places.
They were piped in.
No, they weren't.
They were
so
piped
then you
in.
get your main event.
I had people down there. They were piped in. They were saying, "Fuck you, Roman."
Right. Cool. Then you get at WrestleMania 41. Finally, we got The Rock against Roman Reigns for the championship, and the Tribal Chief can regain his fucking rightful place as champion in our hearts. Or you could do it very similarly to what they did with The Rock and CM Punk in 2013, where you don't have The Rock come back this year because of all his obligations. He comes back for the Royal Rumble, beats Cody for the championship. Then Roman still wins the Royal Rumble as a babyface, and you still set up The Rock and Roman for WrestleMania 41. And you could also do The Rock and Cody Rhodes in a rematch at like Elimination Chamber, just like they did with The Rock and CM Punk storyline.
I really liked the first idea, and like a initial thought I had was like, you know, as you mentioned, Roman coming back and screwing The Rock out of the match against Cody at SummerSlam, but I don't like that because that's a heel move essentially. Yeah. Even though he could be a babyface in that scenario, that's a heel move. The heel Rock is so good that you want to keep that going as long as you can, I feel like. And Roman, people already want to cheer him. People have already been wanting to cheer him, so just go in that direction.
Since
so
when?
I think waiting is the way to go there.
Since when?
Yep.
Yeah,
for a while now.
I will say this. Doo-doo butter with all this. And Cody, I mean, I hate being right this much, but I hate that you guys still question after all these years. You know what I mean? All I've done.
You're always wrong. But The Rock and I kind of thought that maybe that The Rock would like kick Roman out of the bloodline last night on Raw, but no, they didn't really do anything.
Like a
about
DX
Roman.
situation?
Yeah, but they didn't really do anything with Roman, which was interesting. He put up a video today that, hey, you know, we're back on the grind basically, so I wonder what happens with him if we really do see him soon enough, because we've always said whenever he loses the championship, he's going to be on for a long time, and that's why I would hold him out until the Royal Rumble. Yeah. Because you want people to really miss him, and I think that would give everyone enough time to miss him and come back as a babyface. I wouldn't want him to come back too soon and still be kind of like a heel. The Rock is just too good as a heel right now, and he's doing amazing. They're doing amazing, so I think him winning a championship would be great. You already have a championship run over the past few years where Roman just wasn't around, right? So people are just used to that. So that's why I would do it that way.
Real quick, Mike, I'm going to give the floor to you real quick to apologize.
What for?
You claimed that there was no pivot. And I was told, hold on, just a minute, man. I was told, and you can say whatever you want when I'm done. The BJ, and you can attest to this, there were several interviews, one namely with The Rock and the other with Triple H, where they both, when asked, commented on their pivot, how the storyline changed based on the reaction of the fans. Mike had come on to this show.
Pivot was used twice.
Yes, sure. And by multiple people. Mike, again, we're talking. The what I saw.
Thought you were giving me the floor. Sorry.
Well, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So when he's done.
Well, absolutely not. And then what happened was Mike had come on the show on every week occasion where he was like, it was not a pivot, because I couldn't believe how stupid you were acting for someone who is. I genuinely think you're a smart person. You're a logical person.
Wow.
I mean, that's what he is. You know what I mean? So I just thought, I was like, how could you be duped like this? But then I realized this is the same goober who was taken by fucking by Beth Phoenix's ankle. So he could be had for anything. I got some snake oil. I should have sold him while I was in Philly. But yes, they said it. BJ, you can attest. You saw it. They said they pivoted.
I saw it.
It confirms everything we said, but Mike's going to come forth here and defend a defenseless position.
I'm just going to say it's impossible for there not to be a pivot when CM Punk and Seth Rollins were supposed to main event night one. So
what was Cody Rhodes going to do?
That is to be determined in this documentary. But there was obviously a pivot.
Quote from The Rock in an interview with Fox News. And I realize there's a lot of lies on Fox News a lot of the time, but this is true.
So there is on every fucking page. Every writer's biased now.
Gotcha. Back in January, I called Nick Khan, my friend, and I said, I have an idea. How about this? why don't we take care of the people, give them the story of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns? The Rock explained. Nick said, great. I said, however, a little bit of a twist. What's that? What if I became the greatest bad guy of all time?
Yeah, right. Hold on.
He says, back in January, right?
I will tell you from the bottom of my heart.
The Rock's return.
Yeah, after the Royal Rumble.
The Rock's return was on SmackDown in February when he had the face-to-face with Roman.
It was on January 1st.
He was on January 1st Raw.
Yes, he was. He was on January 1st Raw. And he fucking said, I'm going to eat at the table.
Yes, I said at the bar.
No, where you guys have 100% maintained what happened is that Rock showed up on that SmackDown.
Yes.
Had a face-to-face with Roman.
He didn't have a face-to-face. He didn't have a face-to-face with Roman. He said the thing about Roman.
Yes, he did have a face-to-face with Roman. Cody's like, I'm not going to face you at WrestleMania, Roman.
Right.
And then The Rock comes out. Cody walks away. The Rock and Roman have a face-to-face ended. That's at the start of February, okay? Mm-hmm. Your guys' stance has been that they did that.
And they pivoted from that plan.
The fans revolted, and then they pivoted because of that. Mm-hmm. Correct? Mm-hmm. Well, yes. The Rock is saying his idea for all this to happen was in January. So
he's Hulk Hogan discovering Kevin Owens?
Right. He doesn't realize that February, the first week of February was not January.
So you think thinks it's the wrong
guy? I think that he's either
in this documentary they're going to actually have exactly the timeline of what it is.
Yeah.
We'll see that then, but he's saying this in one. He's saying this in one interview, and then he's saying the opposite thing in another interview.
So he's lying on one of them. So in court we throw all of it away. So let's go to Triple H, who said it was a pivot. We win.
Let's go to the Booker.
And there's 100% incentive from WWE to pretend like the fans can.
Oh my God, damn!
100% there is.
You are fucking unbelievable right now. You are so fucking stuck on your opinion that you can't see another option.
Why did Cody win the Rumble? What was Cody going to do if he wasn't in the main event of this WrestleMania?
Can I ask you a question, Mike?
Yes.
When The Rock came back on January 1st and teased the match with Roman Reigns, and we all came on here hyped up that's going to be The Rock and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania, right? This is weeks before the Royal Rumble.
Sure.
What, did you then think that it was not going to be The Rock and Roman Reigns?
No, I thought it was going to be, and then Cody won the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and then he could have easily made it a triple threat with CM Punk and Seth Rollins because there's no fucking way he was going to be in that main event.
Was going to win the Rumble then.
So, but what you're saying then is that point in time that The Rock comes back and teases the match at the Royal Rumble at WrestleMania with Roman Reigns, that in his mind he says, "No, I'm going to be then a bad guy."
This is what he said.
He's saying, I know that the fans are going to hate this so much that I'm going to then become, even though in one promo in this week I was a good guy, and I immediately started to change by the fucking Friday.
I'm just passing on what he said.
I know, and he's a liar.
The timeline ain't
he's Hulk Hogan. Right there, The Rock sounds like fucking Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan with the other thing that.
Well, then guess what? In court,
like, you know what? Mike, fans wanted one thing, and I was like, you know what? I'm such a fucking good guy that I'm gonna do the other thing.
Mike, if this was court, his testimony would be what?
Thrown out.
It would be thrown out. It doesn't matter. So let's go to the next witness who says, Mr. Paul Levesque, did you say the word pivot multiple times in a promo? I did!
And the jury's still out.
Yeah, so. No. You're the only one. If number 12 Angry Men, the one guy who's like, I'm not sure he killed him, right? That's you, but you're being dumb.
You got no explanation for why The Rock said this. Besides,
then explain to me why he said the thing that we heard where he said that we pivoted.
No explanation either way.
Yeah, there you go. So it's stupid. Stop yelling. WWE announces Behind the Curtain, so it's going to talk about the pivot. Unbelievable.
Yeah, so we're going to see
it's just going to be called the pivot. And you're going to yell about it till it happens. And then even when we watch it, you're still going to defend your defenseless position.
Well, if I'm right, I'm going to defend it, yeah.
CM Punk screws fucking McIntyre out of number one contendership for Damian Priest's World Heavyweight Championship. And Jey Uso becomes World Heavyweight Championship number one contender. Damian Priest's going to beat him. And I think that's a really fun start to a fucking title run. That's fun.
I like it.
Yeah.
I think Jay's awesome. He deserves it. And then the way they had Punk come out of nowhere to screw Drew was awesome, too. Yeah. They are very much setting up this shit for SummerSlam, Punk and McIntyre.
Yep.
Is McIntyre signed contract yet?
I think he signed a contract months ago.
That's why they gave him the title, and thank God he worked with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Thank
we were
God
told
he was
every
cool
week
with it.
For how long that he has not signed a
I
contract?
thought he was going to hold the title hostage when Damian Priest came out there. He just like starts, he like does the Aries thing, he kicks out, or just walks
This was
off.
fun. Love CM Punk screwing over McIntyre again, and Jey Uso become number one contender. That's a great setup for Damian Priest because he's going to need a good win. Jey Uso is extremely popular, and so that's a good one for them. And because I honestly thought this was like, oh, Drew's just going to win, very obvious, and they did not do that. So I appreciate that.
Yeah. Sami Zayn versus Chad Gable next week in Canada.
Oh, baby.
I think Sami Zayn wins, but I think you get Chad Gable showing signs of like frustration afterwards, and maybe he attacks him.
I'm gonna say Gunther fucks shit up in this match, and we get a triple threat coming out of it.
Oh, okay. That's a
think
fun.
about that.
Yeah, that's fun.
I thought we'd get maybe like either like a fluke finish or a non-finish, and no Cable heel turn just yet. But it's like, hey, we kind of each gave each other our best, and we're gonna do another match like at Backlash. But Gunther interfering is interesting. Although I would kind of prefer Gunther not be involved in the IC title chase anymore. Let him start to
Just
move
goes
up.
away long enough to where we forget him, and then he comes back and he's
Right.
like he wants to beat the
maybe
shit out of him.
thought is
or
he
you
could-
kind of go to another feud with him. Like, hey, what if I don't know what's going on with Sheamus, which is the next point here. Like maybe he comes back and he just goes after Gunther in a one-on-one setting. I don't know.
My thought was
What
that
title
he could
did Sheamus
lose
win?
without getting pinned, and then he moves on. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. That's fair.
Yeah, that's a good point too. Sheamus has not won the IC title.
He has not.
Okay, so maybe Sheamus, Sami Zayn is something we visit.
That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be cool.
I had kind of outside the box idea for
For
Sheamus
Sheamus?
because
Let's hear it.
He joins the bloodline. It's ironic.
because they're talking about the draft.
He's the general manager for The Rock. For the Bloodline.
The draft's coming out later. It's happening later this month, and then you have Pierce and Aldis and Ava are backstage talking about it. So they're making it like NXT's going to be part of this draft, right? Because Ava's like, oh, you never know who's going to end up in NXT coming out of this. And then you had like Dragunov was on, Roxanne was on. They're saying Dragunov's going to be in the draft. How about, even if it's only for a short period of time, Sheamus goes to NXT, feuds Dragunov for the NXT Championship.
That'd be awesome.
They will beat the
Okay.
fuck out of each other.
Kind of feels like Dragunov would be moved to Raw or SmackDown, considering what they've just done, though.
Maybe. Or if NXT's part of the draft, they draft him. I don't know. I mean, but I think that would be interesting because he's a guy who they weren't doing anything too special with before he got hurt. So do a little time in NXT and put over Dragunov potentially. I think that'd be cool.
that'd be an amazing match.
I honestly forgot he was even gone. Until you guys had this here, I was like, oh shit.
I really
Sheamus.
like Sheamus.
Yeah, no, he's a good hell of a worker.
He's been gone for a while.
Yeah, just forgot. I did not watch all the speeches. I watched Bull Nakano and I watched Paul Heyman's, and I watched a
I
little
didn't get
bit
fully
of,
through Heyman's yet, but the little I've seen of it is fucking amazing already.
I watched the entirety of the Hall of Fame. The whole show was awesome, but Heyman's speech was incredible.
Him talking about RVD giving him advice.
Yep.
So good.
This was an amazing Hall of Fame speech, and he deserves it. One of the best ever.
Yeah, I mean it was.
I liked how he was saying how great Triple H is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so interesting
It's
just
unbelievable how much
the
they
turnabout from
suckers.
like just fans in general about Triple H, because if this was 20 years ago, everyone fucking despised him.
I
because
mean,
of
they
Dave
still
Meltzer.
should. He's complicit with what was going on with Vince
I mean,
McMahon.
it's kind of disgusting
He's
that you fucking
notorious.
say all this shit.
What's your proof of that?
I
He's his son-in-law. There's no way he didn't know.
Why?
Because he's always with them. They're always together. Fucking, that's what they do.
They are?
Yeah, he tried to get him into the three-way with that chick, and he fucking turned it down.
I don't think.
He also tried to get Steph in the
I don't
three-way
think Vince
too.
was trying to have a three-way with his son-in-law.
He had one with Johnny Ace. I'd rather have one with Triple H. Right? If you had to have a
Are you
three-way.
asking my preference?
Yes, if you had to have a three-way, would it be with Johnny Ace or would it be with fucking Triple H?
Triple H.
Exactly.
But he's not.
Who would you say though?
No, Triple H, because because his dick's probably smaller than mine.
But Big Johnny's got a hog.
You really think that?
Big Johnny's got a hog. That's why Vince loves him so much. He's like, I love watching you fuck, dude. That's a huge hog, dude.
You shouldn't be allowed.
That's a huge hog, dude. That's inadmissible in court, by the way. And yes, WWE draft. I mentioned this last week, like on the fly, and they're like, "Yeah, Donnie's right. We should do a draft."
You're like, when is that? We're like, oh, I don't know, probably soon.
Yeah, we
It
nailed
is.
it. We fucking nailed that shit before anyone else was even talking about it. And it's April 26th and April 29th. Dragunov was on Raw. Roxanne
That was
Perez did her shit too. So yeah,
I feel bad for Nakamura. He's just treated like such shit in this company.
he'll be a champion in AEW soon.
He's just happy to get his fucking money and go surfing.
That's exactly right. He's very much happy. Did you see Naito through the championship again, BJ? He's doing that again.
I have not paid attention to New Japan since
He's
Wrestle Kingdom, actually.
Naito's world champion, and he just throws the title around like he just hates it.
Oh, he's always done it.
Like he owes it.
Is Naito facing Mox for the title?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I saw that.
That's fun. I'll watch that.
Hell yeah, he's gonna slap. He's gonna slap, and I'm gonna clap. NXT Stand and Deliver. Oh my god, the show's so long.
So which matches did you watch?
Okay, so I watched Trick Williams, Carmelo Hayes first. Okay? Because this is the last thing I watched. I watched Obafemi, Dijak, and Josh Briggs because you said watch that match, right? Then I watched Roxanne Perez and Lyra Valkyrie to win. I watched that match. But I did catch the end of Corbin and Breakker.
I was going to say, you should watch that match.
I was going to say that as well. A lot better than what I thought it was going to be.
It was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Style of the Wolf Dogs.
It was awesome. I thought this was a really good... Sorry, I'm just going to jump in. I thought it was a really good show. Great way to start WrestleMania weekend for that Saturday. I had so much fun at this show. I thought every match delivered. Some matches over-delivered. I thought the tag team match was a lot better than I thought it was going to be, like I just said. The triple threat match, I expected it to be really good. That match was incredible. When that match got done, and when that show got done, I was like, I think we just saw the match of the fucking year so far. It was not match of the weekend because WrestleMania delivered some great matches for me, but this match was insane. And so much better than I thought it was ever going to be. To me, moment of the fucking night was Dijak getting tossed over the top, or off the top turnbuckle to that fucking chair outside. That was
choke
insane.
slam. Yep, from Briggs.
Fucking
oh
nuts.
my god, I agree. That was amazing. I thought this was a great show, top to bottom. Like you said, there was no bad matches. One thing I will say is, Trick vs. Mello by no means was bad.
Yeah,
but
people are saying people were saying it was a bad match.
It wasn't a bad match, but it definitely didn't live up to any of the hype that I had for it.
It felt way shorter than I expected, and it was not as good. And I think a part of it is, like, we're viewing this as the present-day Gargano-Ciampa, right? And you're comparing this to what Gargano-Ciampa was, and we're comparing this match to the first Gargano-Ciampa match at the TakeOver we went to. It just is nowhere close.
Not even close. Honestly,
so I think if you do this again, you got to make this like a fucking street fight or something.
Yeah.
From the bottom,
it's not fair to. Sorry, go ahead.
No, just from the bottom of my heart, when we talked about this, and you know me, I'm not an NXT guy, but I understand what this is, the magnitude of this. So my excitement level to go watch. This is the first thing I put on from the show. I made sure to take the time to watch this. I felt the same level of disappointment. This was my second match of the weekend I was looking forward to behind Jimmy and Jay, and both completely disappointed me. I was very disappointed in this match. I'm not going to say it was a bad match, but I'm expecting a fucking all-timer, and I got something that if I saw it on NXT TV, I'd be like, that's a good match.
Yeah, like, to me, this was probably the third best match on the card, which is not where you expected this to be.
Yeah, I could see that. To me, it was my second favorite match of the night of the show. But I definitely understand everyone. I don't agree with anyone saying this is a bad match. I did see that online. People saying it's a bad match. I'm like, no way. I understand if it disappointed you because I totally understand it wasn't as good as we thought it could be. And I don't think it's fair though to compare it to Gargano and Ciampa, who are seasoned veterans doing matches that they know how to do. Trick Williams is basically like a year and a half, 2 years into this. Like he has not had big matches really. He delivered against Dragunov in February, but this is not. It's not fair to put him in that category of Gargano and Ciampa. Carmelo is excellent. So Donny, you'll like this because I said my mom was like she's watching Cinnamon for the weekend, so I was like, hey, I'm heading to the show. The main event's gonna be really awesome. Check it out. So she watched it, and then so she texted me and goes, it was good, but Carmelo Hayes is a lot better than Trick Williams. I'm like, yep. I'm like, Mom, I'm like, you're a smart.
That's incredible. I love when somebody who's a casual wrestling fan starts getting into it, and then you get their genuine, like, non-wrestling Twitter opinions, because those are often, like, the most realistic opinions of them all.
Yeah.
I echo the sentiment about the match, though. I thought it was a good match. I thought Mello was incredible. Trick, his entrance was awesome. Everybody yelling, whoop that Trick. Him winning was a great moment. Everybody popped for it. yes, the match was not what I had hoped it would be, but I didn't think it was bad by any means. But with that said, I think the triple threat, Ofemi, Dijak, Briggs was by far my favorite match. And then Wolf Dogs vs. Axiom Fraser was also an excellent match. That's my second favorite match of the night. Favorite moment, though, because we were sitting with George Cruz. Dude was so fucking hype. Lyra Valkyria.
That's so fucked up.
Everybody's like, let's go, Roxy. And there's like one man saying, let's go, Lyra. And his name is George Cruz. Even though Roxanne is fucking heel. And then Roxanne wins. Everybody's popping like fucking, I'm screaming, high-fiving. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, Roxanne. And George is sitting there like just sulking in sadness. That was my favorite moment. Love you, George.
Poor George.
Overall grade, 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this.
I would give this an 8 out of 10.
Big thank you to George Cruz as well for all he does.
Absolutely.
Thank you, George, for hooking this all up.
We bust your balls because you're so mean to us, but we love you, George.
We do love you.
Yeah.
George made this whole weekend happen. Thank you,
Dave,
George.
it was good seeing you again too, buddy.
It was good seeing everybody, dude. Start doing shout-outs. We're going to fucking leave somebody out. You better stop it.
I was just talking about the Cruz family in that instance.
Yeah. BJ, what's your grade and shit?
I would give it an 8 out of 10. I think part of that is because we were there and I had a lot of fun. It was an amazing way to start the weekend. Just one more point about Trick and Mello. I thought the ending was a little abrupt. I think that impacted the view of the match. I don't think it really built to that crescendo to get that moment, and that was not an ending moment for me. So I think that impacted the match.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into the most important part of the day today. We got to talk about Dynasty, AEW Dynasty confirmed card. That's April 21st. A day after my favorite day. It's my wife's birthday. Samoa Joe.
Two reasons to celebrate that day.
Who you got? How's it shake out real quick? No, just tell me who you want to win. Just who you want to win. Samoa Joe is Swerve.
Should probably be Swerve, right?
Yeah, I mean, I love Samoa Joe. I love that he won the championship. But Swerve,
if he doesn't win here, then when does he win?
Yeah, so he's the hot commodity with the stuff with Adam Page where there was L's. Can't hang too many of those. Beach.
I like both, so I'm cool with either one of them winning. I agree with you guys that Swerve wouldn't be great, and I mean, it's a new pay-per-view, so you might want to have a huge moment like Swerve winning at this pay-per-view.
Yeah. Young Bucks versus FTR. Another huge moment there.
Fuck them both.
FTR wins.
Well, I don't know why we're doing predictions because we're not.
Yeah, we're gonna be here next week.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying real quick who I think wins. Fuck off, dude. We're just talking about the matches. You just say who you think wins. That's all I asked for, dude. You don't have to give me any. Just say, okay, Julia Hart, Willow tonight. Yeah, Mike.
Willow.
Hold on, the backstage footage is definitely gonna be Young Bucks and FTR.
Maybe.
Probably.
Willow was actually on the Stardom show as well, and awesome. Absolutely.
I love Willow.
Tony Storm versus Thunder Rosa. I love Thunder Rosa, but Tony's winning.
Tony. I think Thunder's just trying to get through this fucking contract at this point.
It's really fucked up. Kazuchika Okada versus Pac. Let me fucking hear you.
Okada
will win.
Match
Very
gonna
excited
slap.
for this. Very excited for this.
Will Ospreay versus Bryan Danielson. This is the match I'm most excited for.
Ospreay. Very excited for this.
Yeah,
that's going to be a crazy match.
Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, and Mark Briscoe.
Steve Bryan will make him sell. That's the best part of it.
Yeah, damn right he is. He's like, he'll just start hurting him. Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, and Mark Briscoe against the House of Black. Cope Open wins.
Probably the Cope.
Yep. But it'll be a great match.
It's like Christian, Nick Wayne, and Killswitch. Are they still calling them that?
I think it is. I don't know.
House of Black just trying to get through the contracts at this point.
I mean, I wish they
fucking
try a little harder because Malachi Black's awesome, but maybe be a little better.
They're probably depending on how their contracts are, they could all go at the same time because I think Brody will go because CM Punk's there and that's like his best buddy.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, wow, that really is interesting.
Obviously, Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy are going.
Future turncoats, I'm hearing.
Future turncoats. Start hating them now. Get them.
No. Well, I mean, if they're gonna not try or whatever, that's fine. BJ, take the rest of the schedule. I had to get to my live read.
For those that don't know, every first of the month, we do a poll on patreon.com/ringrustradio. If you donate to the show, you get to vote and leave a comment. This month's poll, courtesy of me or Mike Chiari, was which is The Rock's best WWE match ever?
I think that was you.
Okay, thank you. Do you guys have any guesses on who the fans voted as or which match the fans voted as the best match from The Rock?
I'm not going to guess. I think the
poll
blows.
WrestleMania 17 Stone Cold would be my guess.
The poll blows, and you didn't fucking listen to me. What was my idea? I guarantee it was better than this shit.
It was like, are you excited for WrestleMania?
That's not what it was, dude. You should have done. This shit's
WrestleMania. How you feeling?
How you feeling? Just gauge it on just age options 1 to 10. All
right, so Mike is correct. WrestleMania 17 and 27% of the votes. Next up, Triple H against Triple H at SummerSlam 98. No, excuse
match,
me.
Right? That's my
favorite. That was a ladder match. It was tied for first.
Okay, that's my favorite.
WrestleMania 18 and WrestleMania 17 were tied for first.
Oh, that was
then second place was the Triple H match. So, great matches. Donald goes and says, Rock vs. Eddie Guerrero on Raw back in 2002, probably from a technical standpoint, his best match he has ever had. That was a great Raw match. DJ McConnell says, I think the Vengeance Triple Threat is underrated, and I'm probably downgrading WrestleMania 17 because of the heel turn. My vote is going to go to the ladder match at SummerSlam 98. I think that match really established both he and Triple H as the next main event guys. I'm just going to say, at the time of that Vengeance Triple Threat match, I think that was the greatest Triple Threat match of all time. Until
that's
WrestleMania
Taker and Angle, right?
Yep, that match is unbelievable. Alice Pandolfi says, while nowhere near close to being a technical masterpiece, to me it's Rock Hogan. The atmosphere of this match was amazing. I always love a good double turn, which happened throughout. Similar to the DJ McConnell comment I see, I'm downgrading the WrestleMania 17 match because of the finish with the Austin heel turn. We look back fondly at that match, but honestly I think it's because of the amazing Limp Bizkit promo, My Way or the Highway. Jason Silva says WrestleMania 29 because I was there and only because I was there. Ring Rust.
That was
Rust. You know what? That's one thing I noticed about everybody. There wasn't as many Ring Rust chants.
No.
I thought they were. A
lot of times people would say Ring Rust, and then like one person would say that.
Yeah.
I think we're just we're not the chanting kind. I'm more like the yelling kind.
Lightning Links 89 has our final comment. It says 17, and it ain't even close. The Hogan and Triple H SummerSlam match is so fucking over. Are you calling Lightning Links 89 a turd?
Well, no, I mean, he knows that's true, though. No, my son was just running across the front yard. I'm sorry.
The Hogan and Triple H SummerSlam match are so fucking overrated. SummerSlam 98 ain't even Dwayne and Paul's best match. That's Backlash 2000 or the Last Man Standing match from Judgment Day 2000.
Damn, he's right, though.
That was an Iron Man match at Judgment Day. 17 is Dwayne's best match during the most popular time in wrestling and at the complete apex of the business and industry, and it was actually babyface versus babyface. I don't like that people call him Dwayne, though.
He called him saying Dwayne and Paul like he's the Melts over here.
He just knows he's inside the business, dude.
Actually, Mike, on WrestleMania really annoyed me because when Triple H came out in night one, they introduced him as Paul Triple H Levesque, and that fucking pissed me off.
Yep.
Okay, Mark. Mark Calloway over here, like wishing Kayfabe back and shit.
Go fuck yourself, but sign up at patreon.com/ringrustradio to hear the ad-free version of our podcast, get early access to our upcoming retros, previous retros such as Do Where's My Car, Cody Rhodes' Best W matches, and the American Nightmare Becoming Cody Rhodes documentary. You can also check out Ring Rust Radio on YouTube for updated clips, and Triple R Gaming. We've been playing different games like Among Us, Fall Guys, and Dead by Daylight each week, and posting early access on patreon.com/ringrustradio well before it hits YouTube. If you're interested in joining a session, email ringrustradio@yahoo.com. And of course, join us next week, Tuesday, April 16th, our next Patreon special. There's going to be two of them. First is the best fast food chain bracket and our WWE Fantasy Season 37 draft.
That's cinnamon.
It's going to be a busy day.
That's cinnamon?
Wants out. Great.
She's like, this show is so long, dude. Jesus.
Dinner.
So what was it? Was the fast food bracket, and what was that thing?
The WWE Fantasy Season 37 draft. So that's a big one. That goes all the way to fucking SummerSlam.
Yep.
Ooh, man, that's a long one. And you know us, we don't apologize for the length.
I'm right.
Because we never have to. Go ahead.
Finally, shout out to Daniel Hayden for his amazing work on the Triple R YouTube channel, plus Ignite Wrestling Pro in Bournemouth, Hertfordshire, London, England. Check out at Ignite Wrestling Pro on Instagram and search Ignite Wrestling Pro on YouTube. Their next show is Full Throttle on Sunday, April 21st. It's a family-friendly show with tickets on sale now, and you can use the link in the Instagram bio to purchase tickets.
I mean, we can stop yelling about this now, because, I mean, the Igloo, we're going to talk about Igloo and WWE's collaboration, and they sent me shit, and we're going to talk about it less than we've talked about this fucking show. I don't even know. We just did this for Daniel Hayden because he's got a buddy who's going or something. Holy shit. But I want to talk about WWE and Igloo. You love coolers? Mike, how many coolers did we load my car up with?
Like 7.
Like 7, right? We were very ready. We had all the things we needed. Igloo, you came here, Mike, you had a Stone Cold Steve Austin cooler, right?
Yep.
Guess what I got? Well, because I didn't want to fuck it up, or someone tried to steal it. So guess what? Guess what, Mike?
What?
Igloo sent me WWE gear. You know what I got?
What?
I got a 16-ounce Stone Cold Steve Austin bottle can. It looks like one of those
Bottle
huge.
can?
Yeah. Well, it looks like one of those super tall boy pounder cans. It looks like the big tall boy cans.
Yeah.
The one you got at the thing, it was like $17, the Bud Lights.
Yep.
Well, it looks like that. Like the lid of this thermos looks like the top of a can. And you push the tab up and you drink it like that. It says 100% pure whoop ass on the side. It's got a rubberized bottom so you don't be slipping on it. Stone Cold Steve Austin on the side. And it keeps my drinks nice and cool. And it's fantastic. And that's, igloos.com/WWE. I think it's $20 for that one. You know what else they sent me, Mike? I'm never going to believe
What's
it.
that?
A Stone Cold Steve Austin 6-pack holder. Oh,
Nice.
It's actually, I'm looking at now, 9-pack holder.
A 9-pack holder.
So it's a
I brought
little
many
bit.
9-packs to parties before.
No, you bought a 12-pack, you drank 3 on the road, you definitely brought some 9-packs.
There you go.
And no one's counting them. So, Mike, yours was a little bit bigger than this one.
Okay.
But this one's still really cool. And it's fantastic.
Awesome.
And it's deep, so I get me, I'm Mr. Pounders, Bud Ice Pounders, I can't live. So it fits them all in there, and it's fantastic. I love this cooler. And you can get that igloocoolers.com. They have so many cool .com/WWE. They have a lot of really cool options. They have bigger options. I saw AJ Munn walking around with his it's like belt satchel thing. What would you call that?
Fanny pack that had like Sour Patch Kids inside.
And drinks, because it's an Igloo cooler. It's a championship belt. It looks like he's wearing a WWE championship belt. And inside he could put like food and drinks in there. They also make a Hulk Hogan one, which
If you're into that.
it's mustard yellow. It's ugly as shit, so don't get that one. And then there's one with a bunch of random ass people on it. And then there's a rock one. But the worst part is, according to Mike, it never opens because the lid, it won't pivot. You got him. But again, Igloo Coolers.
Such a reach. With that.
igloocoolers.com/WWE. Check all the stuff out. And yeah, so you guys ready to move on to some Smart Said the Hardest Things?
Let's do it.
Yeah, people thought this segment was dead, so it's not. So keep sending shit in, please.
Everybody's like, are you sure you're doing this for real?
Yeah. Well, let's do it.
They're talking shit, they'll cut your dick, got bonus for Roman. Never satisfied with any result, blood vessels exploding. Watch every PLE, then claim they'll no longer pay. I just can't wait to hear what they have to say. Smart say, smart say, smart say, smart say, all those horrible things that come from keyboards. Smart say, smart say, smarts always say what they wanna say. Smart say, smart say, smart say, smart say, all those horrible things that come from keyboards. Smart say, smarts always say what they wanna say. Yeah.
Alright guys, time for Smart Say the Darndest Things. New music.
What the fuck is that?
This is me playing guitar. I was shredding. That was me shredding.
If you really could shred, you would have took the guitar off the wall and played for us. But you never did. You never offered. I think you're full of shit.
Well, the one on the wall down in the main room, that is one that I only play gigs with. The one in the basement where you were sleeping.
Gigs?
Yeah, I mean, I played, probably the last one was probably 2.5 years ago with Skylar and fucking at his wedding fucking post-reception thing they did.
Yeah, never mentioned
So it was at his own wedding.
Yeah. But listen, you don't tell the groom he can't have what he wants. Even though he's never allowed. What the hell are you knocking for? What are you knocking for? Okay, hold on. God damn it. This is, you see it now. You see what's happening, right? Now that you know the house layout.
Now I understand exactly where he is.
That's actually with Lucy. They called you a boy. You believe that crap?
Oh.
No, I didn't. BG did it.
I say BJ, don't call me that.
BJ, don't call me that. I'm a girl, and my name's Lucy, and I want to show it off.
Okay, go downstairs. You need paper.
What was the end of it?
I don't want to show it off. Go ahead. Take all that with you.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you. Okay, she needed paper.
Unbelievable. Her dad's a charisma vacuum, and she's coming on here.
She's the best part of everything I do. Smart says darndest things after every I'm not going to bury the lead. Easy B. Not cute anymore. That's annoying. Easy B makes these songs, and he redid our Smart said darndest things song. It's fantastic. I love it so much. Yes, so thank you for that. And after every major pay-per-view, again, there was a little lull because Mike and I were arguing about it behind the scenes because he was being lazy.
I
said what I said. So now we're back. So if you send ringrustradio@yahoo.com, send comments in, and we will read them on air. It's got to be Smarky, so you got to make them the wildest comments you can find. I want to give a couple of shout-outs to some people who sent them along. Jim Del Chapo, Chris Jeter. By the way, both in the box with us.
There. I met him for the first time.
Yes, very nice man. Very nice man. At one point, it looked like he had stolen someone's seat. Like, literally, it was a seat that I did not see from the thing, and he had, like, tucked in. It was wonderful. He said he brought it with him. It's just wild. Matt Bowers, Ben Schneider. We know Ben Schneider because he's the rich preschool teacher or whatever it was. Clint Williams, who's a Dallas fan. He's an idiot. We're going to trade fucking Micah Parsons. What a bunch of marks down in Dallas. Tom Dyer, Tyler Sutton, and Leon CK himself, who's also with us today. What's happening, Leon?
Oh, yeah.
Well, exhausted from a very interesting WrestleMania weekend.
That's one way of putting it, yeah.
Billy was very, let's say, accommodating.
Yeah, that's for sure. Except for the box office on near Lot L. Not as
their box office fucking blows. I'll say
that. That's for sure. That's for sure. Leon, real quick, what was your favorite memory of the weekend?
Honestly, I think, and we all discussed it a little bit too, it's just really getting everybody together that we talked to, whether it's through the brackets or through Facebook group and everything, and just seeing everybody just have a great time in the suite both nights and being all together.
Well, not all of us were both nights, but yeah, I get your point. But yeah, so, and you're right, we talked about that. The camaraderie, and I will say this about you, Leon, you are a very great people person. Like, when I would see someone like just kind of standing there not doing anything in that moment, you were over to them, and it was great. You keep a party lively, and I always appreciate that. So fucking ain't right. So thank you for all you did. We really appreciate it.
Not a problem. It was
a pleasure. No, don't jump right in there, buddy. But it was a fucking absolute shit show all weekend in the best possible way. Sometimes it was a madhouse other ways too. But it's over now, and it made me sad. Like I said, Leon left here last night, and I was very sad. I gave him a big hug, and it was he's the last one to leave. So, but here we are back to reality with shitty Smart said honest things. Leon, you're going to take number 2. Because you said there's no cursing and you don't curse, which is fantastic. Mike and I and BJ, we will take up the cursing slack, and we will pull hard. So, Mike, start us off with number 1.
Jimmy and Jay fighting on the ramp was better than their entire WrestleMania match. This is true, actually.
It's very true. It's very, very true. I 100% agree with that. Because it looked like he spiked his own fucking head. Number 2, Leon.
Seriously, such a fixed script. I was calling out what was going to happen before it happened. Watching on Peacock, you can see all the hits that didn't really hit and the smacks that never landed.
Oh, shit. I bet.
Learn what wrestling was. Crazy.
I will say this to you. I bet watching with this person is a fucking blast. It's a fucking blast. He's like, it's fake, right?
They would have had their fucking arms folded in the suite, that's for sure.
No, they would have definitely not yelled out how this match sucks. Like fucking 5 minutes into a match.
Shit sucks.
Shit sucks. It did. Number 3, please.
We all know WWE is pre-act, but he is worthless.
This was about The Rock.
What is pre-act?
I don't know. Like, I guess like we all know it's like acting. We all know it's
like
fake.
Fixed?
Yeah. He called it pre-act, and this is about The Rock.
Yes.
I was like, wait, what?
I don't think he's worth. He's worth a lot.
I think he's worth a lot of money in a lot of ways now too. He's diversifying it. This was the dirtiest match I have ever watched. The Rock should be kicked out of his job, and the official should have got the heel beat out of him by Cody and Seth, and then fired.
That's George's burner.
Holy shit. I like getting the heel beat out of me.
That's if The Rock gets beat up so bad he becomes a babyface.
Oh, yeah. That's what it was.
That the heel beat out of him.
I got you. Listen, you don't need to explain the joke to me. I got it.
It seemed to.
I didn't like it.
Because you weren't reacting.
No, it sucked. That's why I didn't react. It sucked. That's
shit
why.
Sucks.
Shit sucks, dude. I'm saying it. Don't make me yell it real loud in the box. Leon, do you think my yelling on night 2 helped or hindered the experience?
I guess it depends who you asked.
If you ask anybody that was there,
that answer alone spoke volumes. 5, please, Mike.
WrestleMania 40 is the worst Mania of all time. I pray that the company falls in revenue and ratings heavily due to Roman losing. I hope that everyone who had a part in Roman losing goes bankrupt so their families suffer, including Cody and Triple H.
This is actually from BJ. This is BJ's burner.
Tom Kinslow co-wrote it.
How'd you find our tweet?
Yeah, holy shit. Dude, why are you guys a joint account?
Just in case.
Of what? Of marriage? Like what? Just in case you get married? Like what is going on, dude? You guys were close, so you guys are really like close a lot of the time too.
Yeah, right.
This kid, he's like tall and you're like small, and like his legs were crossed like a lady, and you know it was wild. Leon, number 6. He's on a plane. The wing of a plane. Go ahead, Leon. Leon.
You want me to take this one?
Leon, no. Leon.
Oh, did I go back and forth?
Yeah, you muted yourself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no shit. So you did this line with all that fervor for no reason. So you're yelling. I'm not going to spoil the word, but you just yelled that word super loud for no reason because you got to do it again.
That's hilarious. All right, do it again real quick. Sorry.
Yeah, number 6, Leon. I'm not cutting this. It's all staying in the show.
All right. Why isn't everyone masturbating over how great a booker I am anymore?
Tony Khan?
This is somebody saying Tony Khan comments. I don't like it, but it is funny to think that Leon just screamed masturbating as loud as he could in his car twice. So now somebody is like, when somebody yelled at the post thing, a word that stunned the whole crowd, like an asshole. Number 7, please.
I knew it before, exactly the way it happened. WWE should hire me. Now you shame yourself. That's why to lose your belt, because you put the face where you were not welcome.
Oh, shit, dude. Anytime someone says WWE should hire me, it's immediately, it's a red flag. You put that term in there, and it's immediately a red flag. It's going to get shit wild, dude. Congrats to Bayley beating Sky for Women's Universal Champion. The matches were 10 times netter than night 1 of WrestleMania. WrestleMania 2 is awesome.
Yeah, WrestleMania 2. 3 different venues that time.
The matches were 10 times netter.
The Women's Universal Champion.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's a real title.
Fuck yeah, dude. You know it is. All right, good.
I'm Roman fan. BT happy for the change. Now I not interest off WWE. Have a great time.
Oh shit! Wait, is this person
closed eyes emoji?
Yeah, is this person liking it more or not liking it more?
That's a mystery.
Yeah, because it's in the beginning part. I'm like, oh, he's happy for the number 4, the change.
Happy for the change.
And now
I not interest off WWE. Have a great time.
Yeah, like. Is he in or out? Like, it's hard to tell, you know?
Shit,
what your wife says about you.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit, dude. No, she fucking loved it yesterday. Number 10, please. Over to Leon.
Drew thinks he's a hot shot when Seth mops his head at Reefle Mania.
Reefle Mania.
A lot of pizza that night to you, Drew Crybaby.
Okay.
It's the moptum.
Okay, Smops' head is fucking awesome. Smops' head, but also WrestleMania sounds like a fucking huge wreath convention around Christmas. This is WrestleMania, baby. You want to do a wreath? We got it. Lay it down on the floor. I think Leon just fucking picked all the good ones. Fucking he's been hammering it out. That's fine.
That is a good one.
All right, number 11.
Roman Reigns is the GOAT. New era Cody Rose.
Cody Rose. Rose is in the flower.
WrestleMania was awesome.
Okay. Dude Wipes is sponsoring a match between two men whose father was known for using a stink face.
That's a good product.
That's observant.
Yeah. I think there was another part that I might have cut off. Because it said, like, this is
Was
the
it
best
Reed?
product placement.
Yeah.
No, it's best product
it was.
placement or something like that. That was my fault. Back to Mike. Okay, go ahead, Mike. You gotta give me, Mike, you gotta give me your all here. I don't want no half-ass effort.
Read it like
Wait! No, I'm not doing that. Wait, so I heard Undertaker's bisexual? Not for me, but good for him.
The best part is your cracking ass voice, and you're like, you got like only fucking 3 yells left, and you're yelling about this.
This person had to let you know that they are not bisexual.
Yeah, I mean, but that's fine. Like, you know, people let you know they are bisexual. You can let them know you're not. Like, it's like we're both letting them know. But that's good for him. I like the good for him at the end. Is this a rumor I missed? Why
No,
is
people
Undertaker
were calling Damian Priest the bisexual Undertaker.
Oh.
Because he looks Undertaker-esque, and he does, like, sassy mannerisms sometimes.
He bangs the shit out of so many women. Probably Lana. So, like,
Lana?
yeah. So, like,
I heard about that.
So, honestly, I think and whatever he wants, let him go.
Somebody at the tailgate or somewhere told me that there was pictures of the Priest and Lana on a beach or something.
Yeah.
So is X?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, she's out there.
Good for
them.
Good for her. Good for her. I say good for her.
both of them.
Good for her. Over to Leon. I would say good for him.
Do you say number Leon?
Number Leon.
Number Leon.
Number 14 to Leon. I'm so sorry.
All right, it's like multiple ways you can do this one, so somebody please take it on the repeat. I'm going to do it one way.
Okay.
Triple H, yours wrong. Design goodbye for WWE. Rip.
Okay.
We rip.
We rip. So I'll yell. I'd like
They
to
got
yell.
more wrong than they got right. They got more warned than they got right in this.
Triple H, yours, Warn, Daijin, goodbye for we rip. Hitting the we right before the rip is crucial to really driving that home. Goodbye for we rip. So stupid. Anyone, you want to yell that, Mike?
Maybe later.
You wrote it down. I heard it. All right. 15, please.
Boo, Bali. We need Vince back in charge.
Wait, the Slim Jim guy who got out of the Slim Jim car won the Slim Jim match? Shocked.
We saw the Slim Jim car. It was outside in Lot L.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
L was for loser for us because we didn't get to park there one
Sure
fucking
fucking
time, dude. 17. Number, Leon?
I feel like this was supposed to be part of that Dude Wipes one.
Oh, what
And you fucked it up.
Yeah, that's what it was. No, the computer.
I think we should just get rid of that one.
Okay, so now it's gonna send this into oblivion. What number did you want to do here, Leon? Was it you wanted to yell 18? Because I didn't think you wanted to do that one.
He probably doesn't. I'm next anyway, so he can avoid that.
Okay, perfect. Is 19?
There we go.
Okay, there we go. Then we're doing that. Go ahead, 18, please.
The Cuntertaker yashed in his Hunty in the Bank contract to win the World Motherweight Championship at WrestleMania.
Okay, this
Wow.
this is so.
That's wild.
Yeah, this shit's wild, but I do like.
There's things in here that I don't understand.
Most of it. I will say
I don't
that.
know yashed. I don't know Hunty in the Bank. I get the rest though.
I like WrestleMania. That's pretty fun.
That's real good.
That's creative.
I like Cuntertaker.
Country
I like that one.
Yeah, that's
me,
great.
me and who's the dude? What the fuck is his name? Russ Reynolds. We call him Cunter Taker. 19, Leon.
I have never been ashamed of being a fan of wrestling until today. What Rock did with the official was a travesty. I don't see how they can keep someone like this as the CEO of a major corporation. Has to be bad for their image.
Is he CEO? I thought he's just on the board.
He's just on the board. This I want to imagine is the Noble Sport guy.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's aged, so he's come off it a bit, but he's still hard. Still riding it hard though. Holy shit. Number 20, please.
No ramen plus no Seth equals avoid WWE.
Oh my god! If I can't eat my ramen while watching Seth, then I avoid WWE for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I can't pick up the pieces. My heart is broken. Not the tribal chief. Happy. What is this?
Chief. It's correct.
It's Chief. It's just the correct way to say it.
Chief. I was looking at more at the emojis. Grown man, heart broke. Get a life. It is fake. That is what I yelled to Mike, dude, for sure. For sure. It's like, fucking get over it, loser.
I feel like these are two different comments. Like
they were like trolling you the first
Yeah,
time.
the first part is like me and Mike really feeling that way, and it's Donny coming in like, get a fucking life, you bitch.
Very fair point, though. 22.
Edge made the Judgment Day for him to make Twio World Camps. But now he's shaking his ass on Wednesdays with Christian.
Holy shit!
Shaking
Honestly,
his
no,
ass.
he did.
Is he shaking his ass?
He crawled so they could walk. You're right about that. Also, he did shake his ass a little bit with Christian. You know what I mean?
Okay. Nice.
You saw the match. Who's up next? Is it Leon?
Leon.
23.
Yes, mate. This is pretty much my comment after dealing with this weekend. Yeah, this was the worst WrestleMania, the worst state, the worst city, the worst stadium, the worst staff at the stadium, the worst parking attendance. But, I mean, Donny was cool.
Was he?
Ash.
You can say it with your chest. I know you believe it.
Worst host.
Worst host. I didn't host it. It seemed like fucking Snoop Dogg was there a lot. Was he the host? I don't even know.
No, he was just commentating.
He was hanging out.
I just meant you as the host of Ring Rust.
Oh, got it. Very ignorant. Go ahead, next one.
Why didn't anybody boo the bald asshole and his complicit wife?
Oh,
Did you?
shit, dude. From the bottom of my heart, this guy is talking some smarts for once, dude.
You had to cut at his jib.
Yeah. All my chants were saved on. Honestly, it sounds like something Skeeter would do. Actually, he was being ignorant, so I kept an ignorant meter, and his ignorance was pegged all night. All right.
Skeeter was great. He was a very lovely person.
Yeah, I know. He's also very OCD about certain things, and he definitely would be like, I kept track of all your hatred that you spewed from your mouth the whole weekend, and I just want you to know if you ever make a mistake.
One of the funniest stories of the weekend was his fucking Buffalo Wild Wings story.
Yeah, all his points and shit. How he got stolen.
The corruption that went out with his points.
What was the name of his file? Like
B-Dub Fraud.
B-Dub Fraud. Holy shit, dude.
That's great.
Bye-bye, WWE. I will never watch again. See ya. Maybe I'll watch when Cody's sensitive crybaby error is over.
They just said they would never watch again.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But maybe I'll watch.
Maybe.
Well, maybe I will.
Maybe.
When his crybaby error is over. Mm-hmm. You heard what he said.
I appreciate him using error instead of era.
It's a speak-to-text situation. I get it. Mm-hmm. Number 26?
I remember Jen Sign from that Marin movie in 12 Runs. Why did Romaine lose? The wrestling will not be no good now.
Okay.
That's an amazing comment.
Jen Sign.
This is just a running thought process. This dude was just like, I got some
not the Marine in 12 rounds. Marin in 12 runs.
Runs sound like candy. Runts? Is it Runts was the candy?
Runts.
Yeah, runs.
Why did Romaine lose? Yeah, that's my favorite lettuce. I hate when it takes that L. It's such a stupid comment. Just look at this stupid shit. Unbelievable. 27, Leon.
Oh, this one's fun. I thought with quadruple H, because it's 4 H's, WWE was supposed to become way better. Vince McMahon, spelled incorrectly for sure, should have sold WWE to his son, Sean McMahon, spelled correctly. Well, spelled the last name correctly. Instead, AEW will put WWE out of business.
Yes, dude.
I don't know what's worse or better. The fact that he wrote Sean McMahon or the fact that he wrote Vince McMahon spelled wrong and Shane McMahon spelled correctly. They're father and son, but they had different last names.
I think it's the quadruple H. Quadruple H, yeah.
H is great.
Also, the
the funniest part is saying that AEW put WWE out of business.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I mean, it's happening. We're watching it happen slowly but surely. The ship is leaking. 28.
NXT was a lot better. Great matches and fair matches.
Fair matches.
Match keys.
Match keys. Spelled fair, spelled matches 3 words later correctly. Got match keys in here. At Jade Cargill, you fire. Can you bench press me? Oh shit, dude. Mike, this is deservingly yours.
Love you, Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns, baby. That's what you want to put on those fingers.
Damn right.
Leon, 31.
This one's a repeat, but I was going to repeat it anyway.
Okay.
But I don't know who put this list together, but they deserve to be fired.
What? We haven't said this one yet.
Oh, we haven't, I don't think.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, it is. It's trust me, it's from. Dang, I just lost it again.
Yeah, it's 31. You're number 31. Stop trying to embarrass me, Leon. Damn it!
All right, I'll come back to it, but I definitely saw it.
Okay, look at me. You know what you just did? You shame yourself. That's what you just did.
All right, so here goes. You shame yourself. That's why you lose your belt because you put the face where you're not welcome.
Oh, shit, dude. I hate loosen my belt. You shame yourself. That's why to loose your belt. Damn.
No.
Oh, no, he's right. It's part of number 7.
It's part of number 7?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've been right a lot this weekend that people don't listen to me.
Oh, shit, he owned you.
All right, Leon, the phone's breaking up. You gotta fucking go. And number 32. Take us home, BJ.
Word the hell is Seth. He deserved to be on that stage. He tried for Cody. Thanks, Undertaker.
Thanks, Undertaker! Holy shit, dude. The Smarks were out in full force. And if you would like to send a Smarks comment in, ringrustradio@yahoo.com, please always send in comments. We will get to them. We will find the best and we'll compile them here. Mike, what was your favorite?
Triple H, yours Wong, Desion. Goodbye for We Rip.
We Rip. BJ, what's your favorite?
I have 2. I'm going to read them back to back. 26 and 27. I remember Jen's sign from that Marin movie and 12 runs. Why did Romaine lose? The wrestling will not be no good now. And I thought Quadruple H, WWE, was supposed to become way better. Vince McMahon should have sold WWE to his son, Sean McMahon, instead. AEW put WWE out of business.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Leon, did you have a favorite?
Yeah, I've done it like twice, but.
You fucking asshole! You're an asshole!
Okay. But it's number 21. I can't pick up the pieces. My heart is broken, not the tribal chief. Ha ha ha, laugh emojis. Grown man, heart broke, get a life. It is fake!
It's fake! Holy shit, dude. And an underrated one that I just thought legitimately is hilarious. How did you say it? Bally? How did you say Boo Bally?
I think I said Bally.
Bally. Yeah, it's whatever it was. Boo Bally! We need Boo Ballet! We need Vince back in charge. It was like, how do these relate? What is this? Mm-hmm. What is the fucking shit here? So, another one real quick, is We Rip. You know what I mean? You can't forget We Rip. We rip. A lot of romaine here. The
ramen.
We got to talk about the Undertaker. Can't leave without talking about the Undertaker.
That's a great one.
And also,
Welterweight championship.
And the one I want to go out on, the one that I really think represents us as a show the best. Why didn't anybody boo the bald asshole and his complicit wife? I think that one really represents our stance on the subject matter.
Sure doesn't.
Yes, it does. Leon, CK, thank you. I'm putting my hands together. I'm bowing to you for all you've done for us and all you continue to do for us moving forward. So when do we have our next phone call for the 41 suite?
So they announced the location because I'm not too big on Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm actually with you. So
don't you know?
Don't you? I tell you what, the people there are goddamn nice as a motherfucker over there, though. I'm sorry I cursed. I was a little excited. WrestleMania doesn't come to town very
Calm
often.
down over there, hey.
Oh, easy. You're from Canada. You're doing your home tongue there. There's some casserole. There's potatoes in it. But big thank you again to Leon. Thank you so much for everything. And thank you to everybody who sent comments in. Remember, ringwrestling@yahoo.com. We'll read them on air, but we got to move on.
Strangeness in the latest report. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Egregious lies anonymously sourced. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Scoop, 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 scoop. No lies, no retraction. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Per a source that's interesting to know.
Alright guys, it is time for Dirt Sheet Busters. And much like night one of WrestleMania, Donald Wood is not here. But myself and Brandon Gilman are. He couldn't take the heat.
Damn.
You pumped for some lies this week, BG?
Always.
WrestleMania week. So
I'm so excited you have to read them.
I know. I'm sad that I have to speak it all, but fight through it. We're going to start with Wrestling Observer Radio. They were very active in lying this week. One of the biggest.
It's WrestleMania week. Yeah, exactly. You got to go all in.
Yep. And he did. WWE only kind of lies about its attendance now.
Oh,
Only kinda.
Yeah, I mean, a lie is a lie, right?
Meltz lays out the degrees of lying here.
Yeah, hit me.
WWE had mentioned that the total attendance across both nights of WrestleMania 40 was 145,298. While speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer noted that unlike prior years, where WWE would exaggerate the numbers by 10K to 20K,
wow,
that's a
lot.
Wild accusation.
Mm-hmm.
This time around, they increased the attendance by just 3,000, which made it clear they are doing away with exaggerated attendance numbers. So, why would they bother to increase it by 1,500 per night?
Yeah, what's
the accomplishment? Because, okay, even if you take down the 1,500 per night, they were still over 70,000, so they were over that benchmark, right? So
is he? Oh, I think he's implying that they've only done this so that they can top All In.
That could be. But
he's not saying it outright.
But he also has claimed he tries to sweep under the rug the All-In legitimate attendance.
That is true. They had the turnstiles. Check the turnstiles.
And he pretty much never even acknowledged the fact that they lied significantly about what their attendance was for that show.
It's very bizarre that he still accuses them of lying about these numbers.
It's like you could just move on, but he has to be petty about it. Be like, oh, they're still lying, but not like they used to lie. 20,000 people, which...
So, what I want to know is, he says they're exaggerating by 3,000 total people, right? Mm-hmm. How is he getting that number?
He doesn't say.
Right, exactly.
So what
he has a number that, because they're counting the fucking people that are in the building, they have to.
Right.
How is he getting a seperate number?
Well, that's what I'm saying. What's the number we're talking about? Turnstile, tickets sold, only people who bought tickets, everybody who's in the building. He doesn't even distinguish that. Mm-hmm. So he can just say anything he wants to say.
Does he imply that the extra 212 people from night 2 against night 1 is they increase security backstage, or there's more personnel to attend the concession stands? What is he saying? It's about.
I think he implies that WWE, when they quote-unquote lie about attendance, I think he implies they just count anybody who's in the building, not ticket holders. I think that's what he implies, without actually saying it.
I mean, they're not saying, WWE is not saying the amount of people who bought tickets.
No.
They've never said that.
No.
It's who is in attendance.
Right. But,
right?
So we don't know anything about this. Yet Melt somehow, he knows the exact number, whatever the secret thing
He counted, though,
is,
right? He counted fans in attendance.
Well,
he looked into our suite and saw it. Donald Wood, not there night one. That is why night two has more people.
That's crazy. Donald Wood not here right now either.
Not here.
As a reminder. Mm-hmm. This was from Fightful Select. Julia Gulia, she has signed with WWE per our eyes.
Are you kidding me?
This is courtesy of George Cruz earlier today, actually.
No, that was me, actually.
Well, you said the per our eyes part, but that was a slam dunk anyways. I'm saying...
Oh, you're right. George sent that.
He sent us the report.
Yep.
Yes. Which should not be a report, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Julia has officially agreed to join WWE according to a new report from Fightful Select. The top prospect... I wouldn't call her prospect. Isn't she a little bit older? The top prospect appeared in the crowd at NXT Stand and Deliver and was present backstage on WWE WrestleMania XL weekend, where it was noted that she had a quote-unquote performer badge on. Corey Brennan from Fightful, he's new to the lying game. He's been doing a lot lately.
Yeah, he specializes in NXT. They're trying to build him up for the main roster of Lying.
There you go. Yep. He's getting the call up. He's going to be in the draft. Corey Brennan from Fightful has learned that Julia will be finishing out her remaining dates, which includes some dates with Rossi Agawa's new promotion before she begins her time with WWE. We've been watching NXT a long time, right, BG?
Yeah.
Ever since it first started airing on the network.
Absolutely. That's over 10 years.
Yeah. This is a gimmick that NXT has been doing for a very long time at their pay-per-views, at their takeovers. Show somebody in the crowd who is about to debut for the promotion. We saw it live many times. We saw Drew McIntyre return to the company. We were at that takeover. He was in the crowd. Big pop. Every time they show somebody in the crowd I pop. And I know this person is signed with the company. Mm-hmm. Because it's obvious. It doesn't need to be told to me in a report.
Mm-hmm. They've never done that and not had this person perform for them.
If the report was Julia is not signed with WWE and she's not going to be
that's
there,
a report.
That's a report.
That's a good report.
That's a good report. That's not what the report is, though.
Wow.
Yep. This is from Ringside News. WWE is making plans for its top champion.
I'm sorry, what?
WWE, they're making plans for their top champion. Good to know, at least.
Wow.
Good to know.
Hey, you know what? Whoever this champion is, I hope you tell me.
I will tell you. I will tell you the champion. I won't tell you the plans. Ringside News saw insights from a senior member of the WWE creative team, Bruce Pritchard, regarding...
Oh.
They didn't say that. I said it. Regarding Cody Rhodes' potential move to Friday Night SmackDown.
Oh.
It was revealed that discussions are underway regarding Rhodes' brand affiliations, indicating that his obligations to different brands are being carefully considered. Here's the quote. Blink and you'll miss it. Cody's obligations to brands being discussed.
That's everything?
Yeah. They're talking about what brand he's going to be on. They couldn't even tell us which one.
He's the champion of the SmackDown brand, so unless there's a draft where they switch, then he's on SmackDown.
Right. So certainly possible, because the draft is end of this month, certainly possible. Yeah. He'll be just drafted to Raw.
I do assume that they switch, to be honest.
But either way, this isn't a report. This is saying that they're talking about what they're going to do with their top guy right now.
That's pretty wild. Well, he's on Raw roster. He won the SmackDown Championship. We're all fucked. We're all fucked now. How can we resolve this?
Talk about it.
I'm not talking.
Yep. This is from Wrestling Observer Radio. You ready for the honorary Dirty Busters of the week?
Oh, there's two of them?
Uh-huh.
Dirty Busters?
Dirty Busters for a text. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. This is a little throwback to 1 week ago. Do you recall a report from Dave Meltzer about the potential of A-Town Down Under, as they're called apparently, not being in the ladder match at WrestleMania?
Oh, I was floored by that report because it came out immediately after they qualified for WrestleMania.
Well, for anybody that doesn't remember, I'll refresh their memory right now. As of writing, Waller and Theory are slated to compete at WrestleMania, with the duo winning a qualifying match for the WWE Tag Team Championship 6-team ladder match. A recent report cast doubt on the duo's WrestleMania statuses, with Dave Meltzer stating on the Wrestling Observer Radio that there will soon be a meeting to decide whether or not Waller and Theory will be part of this 12-man match.
Wow.
Meltzer previously said, and I quote, "By the way, even though Theory and Waller won, it is not necessarily that they're going to be in that match. They might be. There is a meeting upcoming where they will make a decision on that." Fast forward to WrestleMania, night one.
Mm-hmm.
Both sets of championships on the line. The first team to pull down, SmackDown Tag Team Championships, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. So,
wow. If only someone could have predicted that.
Yeah, so it was predicted on the show. So
yes, I did.
Mm-hmm. That's actually the only thing I did not predict correctly. I predicted Awesome Truth and DIY, so I got everything else right. But you got that one, and I would suggest that if the plan was for them to win the titles, there was never any meeting to discuss taking them out of the match.
No, definitely not. If anything, there was a meeting beforehand of if they were going to be in the match. That I would have understood, but not after they qualified.
They beat the
because that wouldn't make any fucking sense.
They beat the Street Profits to qualify.
Yeah,
that's a significant team. So I think that once they beat the Street Profits, there was absolutely no thought of them not being in this match.
I think my favorite thing about this all is that they won the titles. It's not that they were just participating in the match. They went and fucking won the championship.
That makes it even more obvious that they were never going to be taken out.
Right.
That's the beauty of it.
Good job, Nels.
This is from Fightful Select. WWE isn't called sports entertainment anymore.
I've heard it several times this past weekend, so...
Psych!
Oh, okay. There we go.
Well, the psych is coming from me, but here's the report. According to reports from Fightful Select, discussions with Corey Brennan, this guy again, revealed insights suggesting that WWE has been gradually steering away from heavily emphasizing the sports entertainment branding that has long been associated with the company. Fightful reported at least one source that Corey Brennan spoke with backed up Ibu of Wrestle Purists. Apparently that's a new man in the game.
There we go.
Or woman. Saying that WWE has been moving away from the heavy sports entertainment branding. So, I could tell you why they said this. Unfortunately, I didn't get to watch through the whole Paul Heyman speech yet, but I got through a little bit of it.
I did.
And I already got goosebumps from it. But in the early part of it, he goes pro wrestling. Or he goes sports entertainment. I mean pro wrestling. And you know there was other mentions of pro wrestling after the main event where Cody won. I think it was Cole said, "Oh, I love pro wrestling," stuff like that. Okay, so all that. But I saw this report and I'm like, well, that's kind of weird. I don't think they're gonna get rid of sports entertainment. That's really what the branding that sets them apart. So I went into Raw and I'm like, I'm gonna pay really close attention. Let's see how long it goes where they don't mention sports entertainment. I'm watching. Triple H comes out, does his thing, calls like, "Come on, Cody Rhodes." Cody Rhodes comes out immediately in his fucking promo after winning the championship. Sports entertainment. He says it.
It's unbelievable.
They're not getting around. Do I believe that maybe they're going to, more so than previously, embrace saying professional wrestling? Which, by the way, they already have been doing that for quite some time now. Yeah. But do I think maybe they'll do it even more? Sure. But sports entertainment is not being eliminated by any stretch of the imagination.
I mean, this is the company that had Tough Enough for years and years.
Right. It is sports entertainment. It is.
Right.
All right. You ready for the coup de grace?
Now I'm ready.
Okay. It's from Wrestling Observer Newsletter. Was nice seeing John Cena at WrestleMania, but too bad he couldn't get physically involved.
That was a real shame.
Yeah, it was.
He just ran out there and just stood there.
Stood there, yep. For weeks, there have been rumors that Cena will be involved in some capacity along with the likes of Steve Austin and The Undertaker. Didn't see Stone Cold. Details remain thin on the ground, but it seems that Cena will be present at the event. Writing in the Wrestling Observer Newsletter, Dave Meltzer noted that when making inquiries, appearances by the trio weren't ruled out. It was only stated that none of the stars mentioned would be wrestling. Meltzer confirmed that Cena's free and would like to appear at WrestleMania, but here's the money shot right here. There won't be any physicality due to his filming schedule.
Wow.
You know, like I said...
You know what's...
Go ahead.
You know what's crazy, Mike?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just WrestleMania. It was also on Raw.
Very true. Had a match.
Yeah, happened twice.
Had a whole match. You know, we were up in the suite, so some of the stuff's a little bit hard to see. So I was like, you know, maybe my eyes deceive me. Maybe John Cena didn't get physically involved in the match. So, you know, I'll watch it back.
Could have been someone else.
Watch it back. ran down. Sounded like John Cena's song. Looked like John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Went in the ring. Seemed like the guy who was doing fucking AA and the 5-knuckle shuffle and then an AA through fucking table and then taking a rock bottom.
Yeah.
Sure looked like him. Sure looked like he was getting pretty physically involved.
Wow.
What do I know, though?
Sometimes you just gotta kind of accept it.
Right. I hope he's able to...
It was destiny.
I hope he's able to film Peacemaker, though.
Yeah, I do as well.
I think he's gonna be alright. So that's it. BG, how do you think we did this week? I'm coming for you, Cody.
Alright guys, fantasy standings time. Mike, I'm barely holding on to my voice here. I've been trying to whisper and get closer with each thing, but I'm about to celebrate, I hope. So let's go through the fantasy standings. Let's see what it goes.
Alright, in last place, 14th
He's acting somber. He won.
In last place, 14th with negative 35. Steiner.
He finished last? That's terrible. He needs to work on himself.
Yeah. He needs to study at B-dubs.
I do. I already do. How do you think I acquire 40,000 reward points?
In 13th with negative 15, Derek Lee.
He's fine. He's always into weird shit, so he deserves this.
In 12th with negative 5, BG.
Solo fucked me.
Yeah. John Cena. You think John Cena was going to put
him over? I took him over over Sammy. I'm so upset.
Yep.
That was
it wouldn't have helped you.
Not a great decision, I must say.
No, it definitely would have helped me a lot.
In 11th with 0, Tyler Sutton.
It's better than minus points. I'll say that.
That's true, factually. Tie for 9th with 2.5, James Dick and Donald Wood.
How did I lose so many points at the end? I was like 60 at one point.
You had Kevin Owens and Randy Orton.
Oof.
They got you negative 30 in one match.
That's not great.
Yeah.
That's not great.
James Dick, very nice man. Got to talk to
James Dick, incredibly nice man. Can I say something real quick? I'm glad I can call these people our friends.
Oh, don't call me your friend though.
I didn't. I said these people. It doesn't include you.
Okay, good.
In 8th with 30, Angel Meza.
I found stains on my couch, BJ.
No, you didn't.
We're suspicious about what you did. Yep. They're not. I'm getting the black light. I called the FBI. We're gonna get some fucking samples and shit like that.
Not my samples.
Yeah. So we're gonna find it. We're gonna find out.
In 7th with 55, Alex Pandolfi.
I picked that team. My bad. Sorry, Panda.
That's a lot
finished better than me. He finished better than me. But yeah, he's still not good.
A 3-way tie for 4th with 60. George Cruz, Reggie Gill, and Leon CK.
Ooh.
All good friends of ours that we saw over the weekend.
Yes.
Love them.
Minus the fat guy.
You're an asshole.
What the fuck? In 3rd with 110, Stephanie Kordick.
Okay, here we go.
Moment of truth, Donny.
There's my fart machine just in case.
In 2nd with 155,
Jim Del Chapo.
Jim Del Chapo. 175. It's the unverified artist, formerly known as the Honorable, Almighty, Lord Circle Chancellor, Reverend Colonel Captain, General Commander, Heartbreak Kid, So Cold, Macho Man, Hollywood, Big Daddy Claymore, Big Sexy Bad Guy, The American Nightmare, The Missionary, Bad Bunny, Donny's Daddy.
Donny's daddy! He said Donny's daddy!
Ultimate thrill ride.
Even though I was his Jesus during this thing. When he was crying on night 2. BJ, when he was crying on night 2, who gave him the ticket? And then stuck it himself so he wouldn't have to worry.
Instant classic, A-lister, Tuesday night tonight, Algon Gordo, Shawnee C.
I was literally, and night 1, I'm essentially his father.
Phenomenal one, Mikey Takeover.
He's like a duck, right? And I'm like the duck that
Dr. Darth Vader.
adopted it.
Admiral Maestro, Master Sensei, Professor Mr. Big Buddy, Mike Stradamus, Excelsior.
Hey, BJ, you think from all the walking he did, he'd had better cardio than this, right?
LTD, LLC, yeah!
Yeah!
Oh, wait, that's the new one?
No, that was last time.
Donny's Daddy's a new one?
No, that's been on there.
Really?
Yeah. The Final Boss. That's the new one.
Oh, I didn't even hear that.
Yeah.
Donny's Daddy, does that refer to our Donny or his son?
No, that's me being Donny's daddy.
Okay, I got you
By
now.
beating him so often.
Got it.
That's
That's insane that you won. I kind of want to see the results. But
I have the breakdown.
Yep.
For what happened.
Insane.
I do too. Here, I'll fill you in. He cheated. Got it. Yeah.
Jim had, so WrestleMania weekend, Jim had Rhea Ripley retain. That's 15.
Mm-hmm.
He had R-Truth win a tag team championship. That's 15.
Mm.
He had Damian Priest lose a tag team match for -10, but win the world title for +20. So that's 10.
Wow.
Yeah, Drew McIntyre win a world title for 20, but lose a singles match. So that's -15. And he had Tyler
You got
Bate.
-15 points for that?
Yeah, he lost the match.
But he won.
Singles match.
But he won the match and won a championship. So that would be more.
Won the
points
match
than
for
he lost.
20 because he's winning a title.
Yeah.
And then he had another match right after, and he lost, so that's -15.
So we had 5
so
points.
He gets a net 5 points out of that.
Okay, but you said -15, so I just want.
No. Yeah, -15 for losing that
Points.
match.
So what was the difference between Jim and you? How many points was the difference?
20 points. But I had Bayley winning a championship. That's 20. Sami Zayn winning a championship. That's 20. Obafemi retaining. That's 15. Corbin winning a tag team match. So that's 10. And the only loss I had was Akam losing a tag team match, which was -10.
This is horseshit. It's all, none of it ever adds up. I don't even care though, so it is what it is.
It does.
Great job cheating your way to another championship.
I didn't want to win. Wanted somebody to take me down, but I four-peated.
You literally
this is
cheated.
history. We're living in a historic time.
This is like Roman Reigns.
It is.
It's more like Tom Brady when he cheated to beat the Eagles.
He didn't cheat.
All right, time to do emails. ringrostfaded@yahoo.com. Short, sweet, print what we're talking about, whatever we're talking about. Fuck Mike. Go ahead.
This is from Kenny, Andre the Johnson.
You are so gassed. You'd think from walking from fucking ticket box to tailgate to ticket box again, you would fucking have fucking been better cardio shape.
It's not even about that. It's just I got no voice. Matches that should have been 5 stars, WrestleMania edition.
Let's do this.
A couple of years ago.
Want me to read this email, Mike?
If you want to, that would be great. Thank you.
I
can read the matchups, though.
Okay. A couple of years ago, I sent you a tournament list of the best matches that Davey M didn't give 5 stars for whatever reason. And I thought it'd be fun to go another round featuring only matches from the Showcase of the Immortals. Like last time, I got some help from the Facebook page for this list and struggled to narrow it down to 16, but I did it. The seating is randomized to avoid any complaints. Also, I add the ratings that the matches actually got as a reference. Have fun and bring rust.
Rust?
From Kenny Andre the Johnson. P.S. It's hard to believe, but I'm now in the club of listening to the show for 10 years.
Oof.
From the 6-hour episodes to when Joe Archie was on the show, to TNA What the Fuck moments, to Wednesday Wrestling Minutes, to the Ring Rust Radio app, to taking forever to get on Spotify, to get vocal, to the Brown Box Raffle, to M-Chi's nickname, getting added weekly, and so on. Thank you for the memories and more to come. Love you guys.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kenny.
All the old brown box shit got handed out at the fucking tailgate.
Yep.
Get vocal was quite the experience.
You
showed up all the time.
You loved it so much.
You loved it so much.
I only like to show off my buys, my tries, my lats.
You didn't do any of that.
You know what I mean?
Like shit.
I looked all at my hair. My hair was great this weekend too, by the way. It's holding on.
You let it flow out in the.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, I look good.
I
look good. All right, go ahead.
Okay, first round matchup.
Hold on. Love you too, Kenny.
Love you, Kenny. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support.
1 seed Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley from WrestleMania 39, 4 3/4 stars. Against the 16 seed Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair, career-threatening match from WrestleMania 24, 3.5 stars.
Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley.
I agree.
Yes. Get Shawn Michaels off here, proving once again he's not really Mr. WrestleMania.
Well, he was facing an old sexual harasser. But
wow.
We saw it, BG. We witnessed it. What are you talking about? Wow. But anyways, this proves that he will never give a woman's match a 5 stars unless it's in Stardom. That he didn't give this 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
8 seed Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, WrestleMania 31, 4.5 stars. It's a 9 seed Triple H versus Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania 30, 4.25 stars.
Unbelievable. Triple H versus Daniel Bryan.
Yes, that one.
I agree. That is one of my favorite matches probably ever, and it's a fucking joke that he gave that 4.25 stars.
Agreed.
5 seed The Rock versus Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 18, 3 stars. It's a 12 seed. Edge versus Mick Foley, hardcore match from WrestleMania 22, 4 stars.
Rock versus Hulk Hogan because of the moment.
I think I'm gonna go with Rock and Hulk Hogan as well.
I agree, and this one right here shows why he's the biggest hypocrite in the world, because what he does now, is AEW will have a match, and they'll have all kinds of crazy shit, and, like, no selling, and, like, just, like, random blood and stuff like that, and he'll be like, I fucking hated the match, but the fans loved it so much, I gave it 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he says, like, he bases his grades on what the fans thought, so what's with this grade?
Well, most fans most marks not in the building that day knew it was a dog shit match, and they didn't get to experience it live, so it didn't have that same resonance.
Yeah, let's watch it on mute.
I do that sometimes.
I know, but this one needed the crowd, so that's why I got 3 stars.
4 seed, Randy Savage versus Ricky Steamboat, WrestleMania 3, 4.5 stars.
That to me is the nuttiest one of them all. To me that and we've watched them. We've watched a bunch of these matches back. That is one of the top 5 greatest matches of all time.
13 seed, Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 25, 4 3/4 stars.
I'm going Savage Steamboat.
Just like Shawn Michaels in this match, coming up short with 4 3/4 stars, couldn't get to 5, just didn't have that last oomph. Randy Savage Steamboat. Mike, which match is better?
I think Taker Shawn is slightly better, but these are two of my favorite matches ever.
Next one,
so
your opinion's irrelevant. Go ahead, next one.
6 seed, Brett vs. Owen, WrestleMania 10, 4 3/4 stars.
Unbelievable. What a dummy.
Against the 11 seed, TLC 2, Edge and Christian, Hardys, Dudleys, WrestleMania 17, 4 3/4 stars.
So your 4 3/4 stars is essentially like a fuck you. It's like a fuck you. When he knows it's 5 stars, he just says, nah.
Yeah. He just won't do it for WWE.
It's a vendetta.
I'm going TLC 2.
Dude, this is basically a list of the greatest matches of all time.
Yeah, I'm going Brett versus Owen.
I ever so slightly would go Brett Owen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The 17 match is fantastic, and 17's a crazy ass show, but Brett Owen is like it's what we measure things against still.
Yep.
3 seed, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania 33, 3.5 stars. Crowd loved it, 3.5 stars. 14 seed, Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair, WrestleMania 38, 4.5 stars.
Becky and Bianca was excellent. Arguably the best match that whole fucking night. But being there live for Brock and Goldberg was insane.
I'm going
with that.
But I'm gonna take you and say no, because being there, you're 1,000,000% right. Because we didn't know what to expect and it hit. But watching it back, it's just whatever. It doesn't compare at all to what Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair did. That is a much better match. Okay. For what it is, I think that's just my opinion.
Goldberg Brock, very, very fun match, no question.
Being live there, that might be one of my favorite matches I've ever seen live.
Yeah.
Because it was like everybody had infinity finishers.
They just fucked each other up. Yeah. It was very fun. Becky versus Bianca, unquestionably the better match to me, though. So I'll go with that. 7 seed. Undertaker versus Triple H, end of an era, Hell in a Cell match, WrestleMania 28, 4 3/4 stars. Against the 10 seed, Triple H versus Shawn Michaels versus Chris Benoit, WrestleMania 20, 4 3/4 stars.
I'm going with the triple threat.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, triple threat. So basically, Undertaker's lost everyone. Like those matches are overrated. Got it. I'm just making sure.
2 seed, Undertaker. What? 2 seed. Don't. Undertaker versus CM Punk, WrestleMania 29, 4.5 stars. Against the 15 seed, Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 21, 4 3/4 stars. Kurt Angle never had a 5-star match, by the way.
Yeah, that's insane. Kurt versus Shawn is my pick here.
I'm gonna take Undertaker and CM Punk.
I was there live for Taker Punk, so I do really love that match, but Angle and Shawn, it's a fucking crime.
You were about no. You were about to pick that, but then you realized Shawn Michaels would have been bouncing every first round too.
Kurt and Shawn, brother.
Yeah, so stupid. It's such a mark.
That's insane that match did not get 5 stars.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking stupid. All right, Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley, WrestleMania 39, against Triple H versus Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania 30.
Triple H versus D-Bry.
Yep, agreed.
Yeah, Triple H versus Daniel Bryan.
Thanks. The Rock versus Hulk
And
Hogan.
that's actually a really tough one. Charlotte and Rhea Ripley is awesome.
That's an awesome match. Mm-hmm.
The Rock versus Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 18. Savage or Steamboat, WrestleMania 3.
Savage,
Steamboat.
Yeah,
Savage Steamboat.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Owen, WrestleMania 10. Becky Bianca, WrestleMania 38.
Brett versus Owen.
Brett versus Owen.
Yeah.
Triple H versus Shawn Michaels versus Chris Benoit. By the way, so Shawn Michaels wouldn't have been bounced out everyone because he's in this match. Triple H versus Shawn Michaels versus Chris Benoit, WrestleMania 20. Kurt Angle versus Shawn Michaels, WrestleMania 21. That is a tough one.
So it's the triple threat against Michaels and Angle?
Yeah.
I think it's a triple
So you got to
threat.
pick Shawn Michaels no matter what.
No, just triple threat.
That was...
Triple
this
threat
is the
kind
toughest
of
one for me.
in the ending.
Yeah.
Well, pick one. I got all day.
I'll go Angle Shawn.
I will also go Angle Shawn. I think they're like pretty much the same, but fuck Chris Benoit. So
that's not true at all. I saw a thing on YouTube.
It's not true at all.
I saw a YouTube thing that said it was all set up by fucking Vince McMahon.
Oh, that's fucking stupid.
So yeah, I can't wait for it till Chris Benoit is exonerated.
Okay. God, this is the one thing that's gonna destroy the show.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
Triple H versus Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania 30 against Randy Savage versus Ricky Steamboat, WrestleMania 3.
I'm going Triple H, D-Bry.
Okay. So this is by far the most difficult right here. But because Daniel Bryan actually won the championship later, it wasn't for the championship, and what Savage, Steamboat, and what I define as great wrestling is based off of that, I have to go with that as the better match.
I love both of them a lot.
Yeah,
but...
big time. That's such a tough one. This is brutal. Yeah. Honestly, all of them should have been 5 stars. Fuck you.
And it's probably because I was in the moment watching this and experiencing it, so it's a little bit of a bias because of that. But I'm going Triple H, Daniel Bryan because of what it did set up. It was, huge for him to beat Triple H and then go on later in the night to win.
Just a bunch of marks.
And the story involved with it was incredible.
Bunch of money marks. Go ahead.
You were just saying how great it was. What? 6 seed Brett versus Owen, WrestleMania 10, against the 15 seed Kurt versus Shawn, WrestleMania 21.
The not Shawn Michaels one.
I'll go Brett Owen.
There you go. It's over.
I'm also going Brett Owen.
Proving Brett's better than Shawn. Yeah, I didn't mean to do it. Didn't know we were going to do it, but we did it.
And the finals, 9 seed Triple H versus Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania 30, against the 6 seed Brett versus Owen, WrestleMania 10.
Right,
arguably the 2 greatest opening matches in wrestling history.
Yeah, I was just about to say 2 opening matches.
I am going to keep this a little more interesting for the show. I think that Brett Owen at SummerSlam is better than the WrestleMania match, so I'm going to go Triple H D-Bry.
Ooh.
And see what you guys do here.
Mike, do you agree with that?
That the steel cage was better?
Yeah.
I absolutely do not agree with that.
I don't agree with that either.
The steel cage match was very good.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. Fantastic. This match, to me, I'll put the decision in Donny's hands because I'm going to go Brett Owen. WrestleMania 10 is one of my favorite WrestleManias of all time. This match is a huge reason why. The fact that it catapulted Owen, Brett putting him over, the suddenness of how he won, and the fact that I don't think anybody was expecting Owen to win. It was just a fucking masterclass of technical wrestling. It's everything you could possibly want. So I'm going with that.
It's the reason why Bret Hart is, to me, from an in-ring perspective, the best wrestler that ever was. I love Daniel Bryan, but Bret Hart, and it's not about just technical mastery or whatever, it's about telling the story. And no one, from top to bottom, told the story better. And that's why I'm going Bret and Owen. I love Daniel Bryan, and I hate Triple H, so maybe that has something to do with this, but that was part of the story. That was a 2-part story. I know the whole thing, they were trying to bury him. I remember being on that side of history, the right side of history, most call it. But I'm going to say that Bret and Owen it's a better match. It just is a better match. Here's the thing. I don't go back and watch, maybe that's me, Triple H and Daniel Bryan, like I do that other match. I've probably seen that match at least a dozen times. So. But yeah, it won, so fuck you. There you go.
Matches.
You know what this proved to me? It proved to me that I take well, that's one thing, but it also proves to me that I take back the thing that these are all 5-star matches. I think to me it proves one thing more than anything else, that Shawn Michaels is overrated, and those matches against the Undertaker, and then even the ones with Triple H too, they were pretty fucking good to great, but not 5 stars.
Insane.
So.
Just the ones listed here with Shawn and Triple H and Undertaker.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, all of them, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
The one with Daniel Bryan is pretty good.
Gotcha.
Next email.
Next email comes from Matt Bowers of Pain, subject to the 2025 Hall of Fame. Hey there, wrestlers. Hope you had an amazing time at WrestleMania. I very much enjoyed this year's Hall of Fame speeches. My question is, who do you think will be in next year's Hall of Fame? Thank you for all you do, and ring Rust. Matt Bowers. All right, well,
I want to just say mine because I didn't work very hard on this. You know that. Bray Wyatt.
I agree.
Don't hesitate, just do it. You know what I mean?
I have him on there as well.
Also, my kind of dark horse. I know the Steiners just went in, but give me Scott Steiner. Give me Scott Steiner. Yeah, it's a little. I'm jumping on Braun Breaker.
I put Braun in already. I'm fine with that.
This is what you would do with Sasha. Sasha would have been like the 3-time Hall of Famer. Just to find a ways to get her.
I'll put her in for Team Bad for the 4 Horsewomen for herself.
Yeah. Yep. Also, real quick. No, I did have one other thing of the Warrior Award. Me.
They got rid of that shit this year. Triple H is like, we ain't fucking honoring that bitch anymore. He buried me at WrestleMania.
Okay, so to me, it should be me this year because of how I stood up and I was the mother duck and I took care of my little chicklings.
You're the motherfucker.
Throughout the weekend. When I needed to give you food, I was there to give you food. When I was there to give you home, I gave you home. When I needed to take the slow ride down that aisle back home, okay, I did that because I'm the fucking best and I deserve a Warrior Award for it.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, I know.
I disagree.
I bet you, BJ. I bet you told your mom what I did, and she was like, "Oh, that Donny, such a nice little boy."
She was such pissed off. Yeah,
he is such a nice boy, and he doesn't deserve that. Did you bring the little monkey thing that he bought you, doggy?
Yeah, I did leave that shit there.
You re-gifted it.
I was really hoping that you wouldn't find it until after I left.
You left it on the pool
table. You didn't even tell him you put it up there?
No, but then he saw it. I left a very obvious position.
Yeah, that's great.
On the pool table.
Like, I still think Cinnamon would have been fine with it, but it's fine.
No, she would have broken her teeth. You're an asshole. So assuming it's in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming also.
Probably not Brock Lesnar though, still yet. But I agree with Bray Wyatt.
Everything AWA. We're on an AWA, baby.
AJ Lee.
A Gagne, right? Mike, who's it? Who's it going to be?
Greg Gagne.
A Gagne's going to be in?
I don't know. I would be putting...
It's probably Vern. Is Vern in there already? Vern hated Vince, so I don't know.
I assume so, right?
Yeah.
Is he in, for real?
He's there. I looked it up.
I was going to say, because so you thought Greg was going to be in? He was the worst.
He's the other Gagne that's not in.
For a fucking point, dude. He was the Midwest... Anderson. He was the Midwest version of, what was Bruno's son? David. That's exactly what he was.
He wrestled at WrestleMania too.
I know. It sucked. It sucked.
Anyways, AJ Lee, Shelton Benjamin, and Batista. You can just say Batista every year until he goes in.
Yeah, but you're not going to do that with Bray. And he's going to want one more run. Batista's not done. He's going to do it.
One more run? He said he's tired.
Yeah, that doesn't mean shit.
35.
Yeah. Guess what? Doesn't matter.
I'm going Bray as the headliner. Nikita Koloff.
Okay.
He's from Minnesota.
Yep.
Minnesota Wrecking Crew because Ole Anderson is not in. And then you could have Arn. He's already in, obviously, but he'll probably be gone from AEW. And he could do the speech. Demolition.
Every year until they put him in there, please.
Yep. Mickie James. And Cyndi Lauper is a celebrity. I'm going to keep saying her every year.
Seriously, there's just people who are just glaring omissions that we won't stop harping on until we get some fucking change, guys. Holy shit. Is that it?
Wait, who's going to be The Rock's annual person that he inducts?
He forces his way in.
I'll just say this.
Rikishi.
A Maivia of some form or fashion.
Umaga.
His daughter, Ava. After
This is my cousin, Jacques. He's French. It's like Jacques Maivia. Like, holy shit, dude. He changed his last name.
Jockey Johnson.
Jockey Johnson.
Jockey Johnson.
Jockey Johnson. Yes, that's me. The most famous diver in all the land. And I love my cousin, The Rock. This is such a stupid fuck. Where did that come from?
Our podcast sucks.
Yeah, and on that note,
absolutely.
guys, listen, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, and I say this to you guys too. You know me. I'm a rib tickler. I'm an elbow poker. I'm the funny guy. You know what I mean? But from the bottom of my heart, to both of you, it was wonderful to have you in my home and around my family and shit like that. It was wonderful to bring other fans and friends into my home and introduce them to my family and play Guess Who. We even talk about playing Guess Who, WWE style at my fucking house. There's videos of it. My wife's got videos of it.
Destroyed them.
Donny kept trying to fucking cheat, but we won.
Yeah,
I didn't. Honestly, dude, we won the first round, and then you guys
Look,
fucking
did
threw. You guys were throwing shit. I saw scribbled out words and shit. But yes, thank you guys for all that you did. Thank you for the fun times we've had on Ring Rust all the years. They've paid off in spades in terms of the friendships we've built and the experiences we've had. Never in a million years did I think I'd be going to the next one would be my fourth. So that's crazy to me. Mm-hmm. And we got to do it, like you said, different ways, and we did it in a suite. And I know you said maybe something different. Let's do suites again. Fuck all that noise, because I fucking very much want to do a suite again. I don't know where it's going to be, because Minnesota blows. But Chicago 2025, or 2027, or whatever it was. 6
years from now. 2030.
2030?
Yes.
Could you imagine if we're still doing this podcast? It's going to be like...
You said we were going to...
Everybody's on, like, spaceships. Like, it's like the Jetsons, but they're still listening to our shitty podcast on Skype.
As long as George Cruz keeps listening,
No, you know what's going to kill the show? Skype goes out of business. We don't have a recorder. We don't have a fucking source here. What the fuck are we going to do?
We're too old to understand.
They're like, how about Zoom? No, fuck that.
Fuck Zoom. I don't want to see each other's faces. You're disgusting. I'm here for just an audio-based... We're just going to call each other again like the old times. Hold on, BJ. I'm cutting in Mike. Got to merge the calls.
Like I used to.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. We're going to use our phones. We're going to merge calls. Be like, hold on, BJ. I'm merging with Mike right now. 2 calls into 1. It's a conference call. Shit's getting more. Mike, can you hear me? Yeah. All right, we're out of here. Listen, big thank you, you guys. Thank you,
everyone.
Big thank you to you guys, everybody who came through. I want to just yell everybody's name from like Everson to Aaron. There's so many people who I fucking love, who I met, and I fucking Jimmy and his fucking family. There's so many people who fucking just like AJ. I love. Thank you. I'm doing the bow and shit like that. I really mean it. This is one of the happiest I was in my entire life. This weekend.
Shout out to Jacob. He had been listening for many years. Nobody even really knew him that much.
Yeah.
But I got to talk to him a couple times, and he was there with his wife, and he's such a nice dude.
And he's a huge fan. And I think people sometimes are like, I don't want to email in, and then they just are listening to this thing for all these years. They know us so personally because we just bear all here, and they're like, oh, it's like I felt like I'd known you my whole time I've been listening. So it's like meeting you is pretty natural. If I was what? If I didn't prepare so much?
I wish you wouldn't bear so much.
Wouldn't bear so much? Oh, you mean my dong? You were in the shower already. I just thought it'd be cool to piss next to you. In the shower. But guys, listen, we really, and please, reach out to us anytime you want to talk, and do not be a stranger. I found today when I went online, somebody DM'd our show and said on Friday, hey, I want to meet up with you guys. Guess what? You're not going to get responses from us on social media. You better go to ringrustradio@yahoo.com. I check that shit daily. I will get right back, and I'll shoot you my fucking phone number so you can just text me. So, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, come on, guys. Get on the fucking same page here, man. I feel so bad.
That wasn't a smart way by them. We just don't check it.
I mean, we have an email. We say it all the time.
I'm just saying.
That's like texting somebody instead of calling them. It's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Do you want to drive them away?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, how are you? Who's this? It's Donny. Remember one time I got the guy in trouble? Because I was like, he's like, who's this? I was like, it's your daydream.
Oh, yeah.
Your daydream just like a nightmare. Or your nightmare just like a daydream or whatever. And he's like, my wife's really pissed. Who is this? I was like, oh shit. I was like, actually real quick, I did double down right there. I was like, you're going to find me in your little black book. And he's like, seriously, what the fuck are you doing? My wife is so furious. I was like, it's Donny from Ring Rust. He's like, this is not helping. You're such a piece of shit. My bad. All right. But yes, thank you to everybody one more time. And we had a great time. And Mike, BJ, thank you guys. And God bless America. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, let it rain, baby. God bless America. We'll see you back here next week. Oh, my God.
That was the longest ass show in forever.
I know.